live with our faces?
Oh, I can't see. There's an ad.
Pleb.
Oh, I snorted.
It's a good start. It's a good start. Are you recording and everything for like the YouTubes?
hi,
Well, I mean, it's recording to the Twitch channel.
Oh, okay.
I guess
So
I
when
can
you do the
locally
YouTube version,
record.
is that how you do it in the YouTube? You download it off the Twitch and then you
Yeah.
Is that how you do it? Oh.
I can locally record. It's just going to be 4 hours of footage, and that's a lot.
Oh my gosh. Do it however you do it. Do it however you do it. God.
I'm trying to tweet on the dying platform.
Oh, that's right. Hold on,
I was gonna say.
Everybody tweet on the dying platform. Everybody tweet on the dying platform. Hold on.
It's the best show in town.
Didn't he well, not to get into it, but like, didn't he recently say it's like we've seen the most users ever, and it's like,
yeah.
That's a really familiar spin on things, but okay.
Yeah, no, okay. Okay. I just tweeted. I did the tweet. Should we start the show?
Yep.
Wait.
Wait. Okay, I did the thing. I did the social media. Okay, we're good now.
All right. Hi.
Hi.
sorry.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome. Fanfare.
Well, I mean, technically, Bad Rolls is your thing. Shouldn't you be doing the intro?
Yeah, but you're DMing. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Bad Rolls. This is a Dungeons & Dragons show where we play Dungeons & Dragons. And there are dungeons and there are dragons. And our host today is Disco Lando.
Woo! Hold on. Let's see if our cheer works.
Is that the cheer?
Is that not the cheer?
I heard a very faint Wilhelm scream.
Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
We got to test this. Let's see.
All right, that's better. That's louder.
I already love where the soundboard is going.
Oh, there we go. Hi, everybody. So yeah, hi. Welcome to Bad Rolls. My name is Disco, and let's take a minute to introduce. We got Toast.
Hello.
We got Verity. We got Lorani.
Hello.
We got Liz,
Hello.
and we got Baron.
Hello.
We'll also at times have HP in the box that's just wooden down there.
But he's gone.
But he decided to help a charity tonight, so screw him.
What an asshole. Yeah.
An asshole. I wonder if it's even a real charity.
Probably not.
So yeah, we are This is the beginning of a brand new 16 session limited campaign set in the Spelljammer setting of Dungeons and Dragons. Spelljammer, in its simplest form, is like Treasure Planet or Titan AE or Gilligan's Planet, if you remember that cartoon.
Except
sequel.
worse, not winning any awards.
Well, we don't know that it's worse than Gilligan's Planet yet. We don't know. Gilligan's Planet was about them escaping the island in a spaceship. Like, they built a spaceship to escape the island. Like, talk about like trying too hard. And then they escaped to another planet. And then they spent half of the one season on the planet, and then they got shipwrecked on an island on that planet. So the series like ended with them shipwrecked on an island on another planet.
That seems careless.
And spoilers for this campaign. No, I'm kidding. I hope not. So Spelljammer is science fiction, Flash Gordon-y, outer space. We're not going to take it too seriously here. I'm hearing the bleed through, Baron.
Yeah.
So it begins.
Yeah, so it begins. Let's throw the counter on.
If you hear it, just ignore it. It's not going to come over camera.
Oh yeah, that's what we should use HP's box for, is just like a fuck up counter.
Yeah, but it's distracting to me. It may not go over the stream, but it messes me up though. That's the thing. It's like it's bad. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, now I'm really here. Now you're doing it on purpose. Now you've like flipped your
Yes,
headset
absolutely.
like, inside out, and you're doing it on purpose. Okay, so Spelljammer, outer space, sci-fi, 16 sessions, limited campaign. This is the first session. Trying to think if there's anything else folks need to know before we get started.
Well, the first few
Um,
episodes are going to be a tutorial, sort of. Did we cover that?
That wasn't for the viewers. No. The first couple sessions. Okay, fine. We'll do that then. First couple sessions are kind of a flashback tutorial to introduce not only our players to the world of Spelljammer and spaceship combat and all that stuff, but you, the viewer, because while Spelljammer existed in the late '80s, early '90s, well, it was a late '80s thing, wasn't it, Toast? It wasn't like a '70s thing originally. I feel like it was second edition.
Yeah, late '80s, early '90s. I remember playing it in high school, so that's how long ago it was. Yeah, about the right time.
Yeah, so Spelljammer was either the late '80s, it was definitely the early '90s when it was first around, and it's recently made its return back to Dungeons and Dragons, and a new release that just came out within the last month or two. It's a very new setting with a lot of new mechanics. Some new races and stuff like that. So the first couple sessions are designed to be a tutorial introduction, not just to the universe, but to how to play with these new mechanics, including ship-based combat, which we'll get into in a couple other sessions. So with that, then, well, I think we can get started. Let me find my page with the notes because I'm super prepped. All right. And we'll do this. You guys ready to start? We'll start.
Yes. Sailing ships in
Yeah.
space. I'm excited.
So,
Sorry. Sorry. See,
just letting the music. You stand.
Oh, I got it.
You stand on the deck of your Spelljammer ship, Moonraider. Even as explosions obliterate two of its masts and hurl a dozen of your fellow sailors off into Wildspace, there to meet their doom. Distant stars of wheeling clouds of multicolored gas spin around you as the first pirate galleon slams into Moonraider's starboard side. And a gust of foul wind washes over you as the galleon's air envelope merges with your own. Seconds later, your vessel is boarded by astral reavers, humanoids possessed of strange features, waving cruel weapons and unleashing blasts of magic. Captain Sardax lies on the deck nearby, her body utterly ruined by shrapnel. Hold the top deck! She snarls with her dying breath. Grant them no quarter! As the last of the life escapes her body. Let's roll for initiative. We're jumping right into it, fuckers.
Oh, okay.
Jeff, Pocket, Anna.
also,
Coming
should I be like
soon.
holding and then like wiggling my camera to be like, "Whoa."
Hold up, let me pull up D&D Beyond.
This music is very Wing Commander.
Yeah, I like it.
All right, so
I really like this map.
to the starboard side, 3 astral reavers have floated over from the ship to the south there, and they're facing down with your crew. You'll see Admiral Sardox there to the rear of the ship, dead at the wheel. Explosions all around you. Chef Crush, you rolled highest. Actually, Emma hasn't rolled initiative yet. Emma, I need you to roll initiative.
Oh, I did. I rolled a 7.
Did you do it? In
Wait,
the...
I have highest with an
BTT?
11.
Combat tracker.
Right, well,
There
no,
we go.
I just rolled for Anna in the BTT, and she got 23. So now, Anna,
Okay.
Anna, you're up first.
I was gonna say I had a bad roll. We all have bad rolls.
Great start.
Okay.
It's
You're
the
facing
show.
off with 3 Astral Reavers. Your captain is dead. Explosions. Exploding around you. The ship is falling apart. What do you do?
Anna is gonna jump into action and immediately start attacking here. She is going to attack Astral Reaver 1 here.
Okay. What is she doing?
She is going to attack with her crossbow where she is.
Ooh, a 7 is gonna go very, very wide. The Astral Reaver laughs at your pathetic attack. And as it laughs, you see that its mouth is full of not teeth, but screws and spikes and various hardware that you might find, you know, in a toolbox. It's like, what happened to its teeth? But it's laughing at you through this grill of rotted hardware. That's your action. What else you got?
She is going to move in position over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, she's going to move there and guard one of the stair steps over here.
Okay. Chef Crush, it's your turn.
Chef Crush picks up his very large ironwood cleaver. It's this big wooden sort of chef's knife, and he casts shillelagh on it. And when it does, these roots kind of spring out of this wooden handle and wrap around his arm, making it sort of an extension of himself. He comes around to Astral Reaver 3 and gives him a giant whack with his shillelagh cleaver.
A 20 will most certainly hit.
And damage?
10 damage is applied to Astral Reaver. Astral Reaver, you came up with this shillelagh. What is the ironwood cleaver like? Describe it to me.
So the cleaver is basically a large meat and vegetable cleaver, like sort of like a Chinese chef's knife. And he it's made out of ironwood. It's completely wooden. It's very, very hard, but he doesn't hit people with the blade side of it. He hits them with the back of it because he doesn't want to damage the tip. So whenever he brings this thing into combat, he's hitting him with the spine of this blade, smacking him with it.
Does the back of it have those little like pokey things? Like I imagine the mallet that my mom used to have. She used to have it had these weird like triangle shaped pokey things.
No,
Like
it's
a
flat on the
meat
top. The
mallet?
primary purpose
Yeah.
is chopping things. So sometimes he needs to use extra pressure with his hands. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, nothing fancy there.
I should not have exposed my lack of kitchen understanding.
And Chef yells, "Get off my ship!"
Your ironwood cleaver lands with a tremendous blow and spins the Astral Reaver around like he's like doesn't know what the hell happened, falls down to one knee and is instantly bloodied. Yeah, he's not dead, he's still in the fight, but you landed a hell of a blow right there. Clang, little auto gnome right in the center of things.
That's right. So you're gonna hear this like little,
Hey, how dare you attack our ship and pick on our friends? Pick on someone your own size.
and she's just gonna see her eyes start glowing, and she's gonna get very angry. And she is going to use this. And she's going to run forward at Astral Reaver 1. And then she's going to take out this huge axe off of her back and smack him with it.
All right, now when you say use this, for the folks who are watching at home, you raged.
Yes. She looked very angry. Her eyes got all glowy, and then she kind of ran forward. I raged. Yes. So she's gonna get ragey.
So you evoked a barbarian rage to
Yes.
attack Astral Reaver 1, still laughing from the pitiful wide crossbow shot from Anna before. With a 13, you will just manage to glance the Astral Reaver and connect. Your rage does not lend itself to tremendous accuracy, but the blow will hit. What kind of damage are we doing?
All right, so she cuts into him. 10.
Take that!
And boom, the Astral Reaver spins around much the same way Astral Reaver 3 did. Falls down to his knee. They're both just kind of looking at each other like, this isn't how the plan was supposed to go. You got anything else?
No, she's just gonna sit there and stare him down.
All right. Nago, how do you say your name?
Nago.
Nago?
Yep.
Nago, you're up in the back of the ship near the fallen captain and behind Enna. You've just seen two of your compatriots run straight up to these Astral Reavers and beat them with implements. What are you doing?
I take a quick look at the captain. Is the captain a total loss, or can she be saved?
Because you're still approximately about 10 feet away. From what you can tell, she looks dead. But you'd have to get closer and perform a full-on examination to know for certain.
Okay, I'll actually do that. I'll step closer, take a good look. Do I need to do a medicine check or something?
Yep. Roll me a medicine check.
All right, let me see where I can find that.
So it'd be under the attributes.
Yep.
There you go. With a 19, that bitch is dead. She has ceased to be. She is bereft of life. She has joined the choir invisible. That is an ex-captain.
Find out, or I do need to spend my action doing that.
No, we'll give it to you as a. We'll call that a bonus action. We'll give that to you as a bonus action.
So, well, that's a mess. We'll figure it out later. I step to the railing, fish around in my pocket, and pull out a quartz crystal on an old brass chain. And I think to myself, how did that go? Right. I take a good look at Astral Reaver 1, squinting a little bit through my bad eye. I said, well, let's do this. I cast a ray of frost at him.
Ray of frost. A frigid beam of blue-white light streaks forward, down from the top deck to Astral Reaver 1 and collides mid-torso right into his chest as he's knelt down below Clang. Just barely managed to miss Clang, considering he's knelt down and Clang is very short. But you did hit your target. What kind of damage are we talking about?
Frost damage. Cold.
Okay.
All right. Let's see.
Did you apply damage? There you go.
Sorry, that was the attack roll again. Forget that. Where's the damage roll?
It's right there next to it, under it, on the same screen. So it's just damage right under the 11.
I do like how the timing for that was kind of like the same as like the rope or the whatever sound effect that was just now.
I'm pushing buttons. Just hit the damage button, Tusk.
I don't see it.
On the combat log, on the right, where the chat messages are.
Yeah, it's in the log. I see it now.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was not a very good roll, honestly, was it?
But 14 was enough to do it. So yeah, so that's 2 damage. We'll go ahead. Did you have the guy targeted? We'll go ahead and apply the damage there. And the 2 damage was just enough to put Astral Reaver 1 out of its misery as he twists, already knelt down and falls over, and Clang, you're close enough to hear him say, "Oh, that was cold," as he falls down dead. Nego,
What do you get?
still your turn.
Gonna be one of those.
All right, Nego's ended his turn.
I still meet you.
Pocket, Pocket, the winged Arakoa at the port side of the ship.
Yeah, so Pocket's just gonna make bird noises. So like lots of squawking. I'm gonna get like super puffy, like you know how like angry birds do.
How do those bird noises
And then
sound?
probably just like my talking. My normal speech pattern. But I'm gonna go ahead and yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh wait, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'm gonna get this second guy, Astral Reaver, and I'm gonna go ahead and cast is it Dexter? No. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Sacred Flame.
What's Sacred Flame do?
Sacred Flame. Target must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 1d8 radiant damage.
Yeah, but what's it do? A flame-like radiance descends on the creature that you can see within range.
Oh, you wanted me to read the flame.
I want to know what it does.
Oh, I
First
thought
time
there
I've
would
seen
be
this page.
animation.
So, well, that's all Baron. The target must succeed on dexterity saving throw or take 1d8 radiant damage. So basically, flame just comes down from the heavens and swirls around the target, and he's got to try to like dodge it. Is that how this works?
Yeah, from the sounds of it. Otherwise, holy fire will smite him.
All right, so
Holy bird fire.
Astral Reaver 2 is going to roll a dexterity saving throw. Rolls a 7.
That's a fail.
That's a
DC 13. Saving throw of 13.
Some
all right.
audio garbling.
So go ahead and roll the damage. 1d8.
Yes.
1 damage. So we'll apply 1 damage. Astral Reaver gets
Checked
swirled in just the briefest of flame, like one of those like little like Duraflame Yule logs, just kind of goes, oh, all right, that's interesting.
He's cozy now.
He's cozy. You know, it's cold in outer space, and you just adjusted the temperature. All right, so at the all 5 of you have gone now. The way combat will work here is that the bad guys all take their turn at the end of the round. So Astral Reaver 1 is dead, so they're not going to get a turn. Sorry, Astral Reaver 1. Astral Reaver 2 is going to charge forward. First, you tried to make more and cozy.
I was helping.
And hit you with and hit Pocket here with a scimitar attack.
He doesn't have to.
For 13. Does a 13 hit?
I bird dance out the way.
Is that a no?
Yeah, I have 17 AC. So yeah, he missed.
Astral Reaver swings wildly, and is like, oh, okay. He looks desperately into his character journal to see if there's anything else for him to do.
No cocoa for you.
Doesn't appear to have any other tricks up his sleeve, so it's just going to stare menacingly at you. Astral Reaver 3 is going to get up off his knees and take a shot at Chef Crush here, also with his scimitar. With a 16. How's a 16 do, Chef?
A 16 is gonna miss.
The fuck is up with your ACs? All right.
He holds up his giant wok that he has on one arm, and it just kind of hits the wok.
You can really tell which players here min-maxed.
Astral Reaver Scimitar collides with this walk shield, and you just see him go, walk the fuck? All right, at the end of round 1 of combat, we initiate a battle event. This is a random event that's going to happen at the end of every round of combat. We roll a d20 here, and we see what lands. It's a 6. With a 6, A new Astral Reaver jumps into an unoccupied space within 30 feet of a character. So we'll just go ahead and bring Astral Reaver 1 back to life, and we'll act like he's a new guy. He just jumped over from the ship to the south to the ship to the starboard, right next to Clang. Ha ha! And we will move into round 2. Anna. Top of
So
the order.
Enna puts away her crossbow and pulls out her trident. She is one with her trident and very she loves it, and she yells, just as the sea, so in space. Let's get these off the ship and avenge our captain. And she charges forward. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so she charges toward Astral Reaver 1. And let's see, I want to make sure. That is... Oh, that's just out of range. So she's going to use her bonus action for more movement to close space.
Okay.
3, 4. And so that is the end of her bonus action. So she is ready to just pummel this Astral Reaver. She's just so mad that her crossbow missed.
Astral Reaver has just landed on the ship, and he sees the sea elf with a trident running up to him, and he just goes, "Walk the fuck?" Chef Crush, it's your turn.
Chef growls with his big old dragon growl at the Astral Reaver 3. And as he does so, green flames shoot down the length of his arm into his ironwood blade, and he gives him another whack. Let's see.
Now, at level 1, Green Flame Blade isn't actually going to add any effect whatsoever.
But it's gonna look cool.
It's going to look really cool. And with a 19, you definitely hit. 8 damage is enough to put Astral Reaver 3 out of its misery. As this flaming ironwood cleaver, what happens?
He just bludgeons him with it. So he's got this flaming knife, and he smacks him with the backside of it again, because he's not going to use the tip on him. I want to imagine that he kind of gets lit on fire with green and starts flaming as he goes down.
Just with his dying breath, he realizes he's been hit by a completely ineffective green flame on the flat back end of a sharpened blade, and he's just like walks the point as he dies.
I like these walk puns.
What else you got?
Very good.
That's
Clang. You're raging.
I'm gonna go. Yeah,
You've been joined by your sea elf friend.
She kind of look over the smile and she says,
Oh no, they're multiplying. There's another one. This just won't do.
and then she goes and grabs her axe again and goes to slice back down into him.
Okay.
I did not have permission to board.
How big is this great axe compared to?
It's pretty dang big. Like, I would say, like, at the top of it sticks over her, like, substantially when it's in her back.
Okay.
I imagine that you look like one of those battle bots where like the axe just comes over.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes.
Up and over.
I won't be able to actually see that now.
All right. So yeah, a 22 is absolutely going to hit Astral Reaver 1. What kind of damage we're talking about? Let me see it. What you got?
Oh, I swear I perform usually better.
Well, you rolled a 1 and it turned it into a 6 because of rage.
It's
so
amazing.
That's pretty good. So a 6. Your great axe just cuts right into the Astral Reaver, and you gotta kind of put your little autonom foot up on its knee to kind of pull it out, and with it, blood is just spurting. These Astral Reavers do not seem to be a tremendous threat. This guy is bleeding already. Is that the end of your turn?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right, Nego.
I'm I'm feeling pretty confident that my fellows can handle everything here. They seem to be chopping everything up with very little help from me. So rather unhurriedly, I just walk down the stairway, take a look, and pick a target.
Now, your token has this little like glowy fireball thing. I like to imagine that you're just there, like you're just there with it the whole time. You're just like, hey. It's like a fidget spinner.
Yeah, exactly. I take the time to take a cigarette out of my pocket, look at the deck, look up at the captain, and said, "What were you so worried about?" I look at Astral Reaver 2, wave the crystal back and forth a bit, squint, and cast a Mind Sliver at it.
Mind Sliver? What does Mind Sliver do?
It's a different kind of cantrip. So,
You drive a disorienting spike of psychic energy into the mind of one creature that you can see within range. The target must succeed on an intelligence saving throw or take 1d6 psychic damage and subtract 1d4 from their next saving throw it makes before the end of your next turn. All right. This is the start of what will continue to be wizard bullshit. All right. So this is against Astral Reaver 2 or 1?
2.
2? Okay. Go ahead and target Astral Reaver 2.
Alright, how's that again?
You hover over it and you hit just T. With your cursor over it, just hit T.
Ah, there we
Yep.
go.
All right, so he's got to make the saving throw. So DC 13 intelligence. He rolled a 4.
Alright, so that's damage, and he has a...
He's replaced his teeth with screws.
Well, that's why I targeted him with an intelligence saving throw.
All right, so you're gonna roll your 1d6. It is just 1 damage. It's just 1 damage, but you know we're gonna apply it. You know, every little bit helps. He's just got this like Excedrin headache right now. He's there in front of Pocket. And he's like, oh, little yellow, different. That's an old aspirin commercial thing for old people. Anything else you got?
Directly to the forehead.
No, I just pull out the cigarette and wait for the combat to start.
Okay. Pocket. The Astral Reaver in front of you has started like rubbing the temples of his head, like, oh.
At this point, Pocket, since she's so close, Pocket literally is going to apply it directly to the forehead and just pull out her quarterstaff and then smack it. So
Right.
I'm going to go ahead and big smack,
Big smack.
big smack, small smack.
Ooh.
But don't worry, I have 2 weapon fighting I would like to use, and use my mace. So she misses with the stick and then possibly tries to swing and hit with the mace instead.
All right. So we're establishing right now because it's changing weapons and everything is something that I get pretty stickler on right now. So right now
Okay.
you've got a quarterstaff in one hand and you've got the mace in the other.
Yes.
So
sir.
you attempted to attack the quarterstaff, you missed. So now you're going to swing with your offhand with the mace. Go ahead.
And I will make note of that in the future as well.
Yeah. Now, because this is your offhand, it will not have your proficiency bonus on it. The game automatically added it because it thinks it's your main hand. So the 17 becomes 16 minus your proficiency bonus. That's still enough to hit, though. So your mace collides upside the head. What kind of damage does Snoop do? 3 damage. Now, again, that's got the proficiency bonus on the thing. I don't think you get the +1 when
Pretty sure
using it
it's
as an
supposed to be a 2.
offhand.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, because it's set up on the thing to use as a main hand, not an offhand. So we'll set that up for the next game. So that'll be 2 damage. I'll go ahead and just manually apply the 2 damage. He's looking bad.
Is he?
He's bad. He is bleeding from the side of his head. And anything else on your turn?
Nah.
Okay. So at the end of the round, the adversaries will take their attack. Astral Reaver is going to target Pocket and attempt to hit again with the scimitar and try to get through the ridiculous AC I apparently allowed all of you to have. An 18. Does an 18 hit?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. All right.
Yeah.
He's gonna take his damage. And 4 damage to Pocket. Why did a concentration thing come up for you? That's weird. Did you click concentration?
No,
Pocket? I don't know.
I hit 4 damage in my D&D Beyond sheet.
All right. Well, we want to apply the damage to the character sheet in the game. So yeah. So your 4 damage is there on the thing. Okay.
Alright.
So you're at 711. 7 of 11. Okay. And then Astral Reaver 1. We'll roll a D4. High, he'll attack Clang. Low, he'll attack Enna. Make it democratic. Low, so he's attacking Enna. So weird fish elf. This clump is gonna swing a scimitar at Enna. I'm gonna assume a 22 hits.
That
and
does, yeah.
Go for damage. 3 damage on Enna,
Okay.
which takes Enna down to 4 of 7. Enna's in a little bad way. And then, so Astral Reaver 3 is still dead. No need to check on him. Astral Reaver 3, anything you gonna say? No, he's dead. Battle event, end of the round. We roll another D20 and see what happens. A 17. The ship's dog, Bruno, rushes to the aid of a character of the player's choosing. The character can use a reaction. Yeah. The character can use a reaction to sip once from the healing keg around Bruno's neck, regaining 1d6 hit
St.
points.
Bernard.
He's a pretty
Is there a reference picture for this wonderful
Woof.
ship's dog?
Magical
No,
space
I didn't make that picture for Bruno. Who does Bruno run to?
Anybody hurt?
Pocket's not about the bird, or not about the dogs.
All right.
Birds are scared of dogs.
Then we'll go ahead and say we'll go ahead and say Bruno runs up to Enna, and Enna, you can roll a d6.
Okay.
Woof.
Oh, let's see. Enter.
And you can regain 4 hit points.
All right.
Right.
See, how
And
do I
then
do that here in
Just
this
double click,
UI?
bring up your character sheet,
Oh, there we
and
go.
where your hit points are. Yep, that brings you back up to max. And then the second, because second round it gets 2 battle events, is another 17. So Bruno just runs over to a pocket. Pocket, you gonna take a sip or not?
Well, wait, because birds, they do that little like drink. So like, I might like, how do I sip with the beak?
Just go. Ah.
Yeah, I just.
Will you accept your 1d6 of healing?
Sure.
All right. So go ahead and roll your d6.
Tell me how to do this.
In the bottom right-hand corner, you see the little dice icons underneath the chat log.
Yes, give me a second.
Just click the d6 icon.
And then I had to press enter.
Yeah.
Like it
There.
enters like a code. Yeah.
3. So you can recover 3 hit points.
Yeah. I'm at
Brings you
10.
almost to full. And top of the round, Enna.
So Enna eyes Astral Reaver 1 with fury in her eyes, and she grips the trident and she goes, "Shall we dance?" And then she's gonna attack with her trident.
Wait, did she say shell or shell?
Yes, she did. She said shell.
Cute.
And I and a half shell.
So many puns already today.
Does a 9 hit?
A 9 is like the buzzing of flies to Astral Reaver.
Dang it. Enna is just not having luck. Okay. And so for her bonus action, she is going to give Clang Sanctuary.
Oh,
What does Sanctuary do?
yeah. Well,
Let me find it here. So Sanctuary, you ward a creature within range against attack. Until the spell ends, any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or a harmful spell must first make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell. The spell doesn't protect the warded creature from area effects, though, such as fireballs.
if you click the spell, it should put the text in the chat so that we can reference it, because it seems
Oh,
like
nice.
it has a couple.
Like on the UI character sheet stuff.
Yeah, wherever you have the spell in the BTT, if you click on it, it should add it to the chat.
Sanctuary. I'm clicking on it, but
Yeah, no, you have to click on the icon, and it gives you a thing to cast the spell.
mhm.
You have to choose a first level spell.
Oh, it says I have no first level spell slots.
Do you?
That's weird. I thought I should. Where do I check that?
Check your D&D Beyond character sheet. Tell me if you did.
Spells. Where would it show me the spell slots?
Under spells.
Yeah, spells. First level.
Follow a line. Go first level. Follow a line to the right. See where it says slots.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did. Okay.
And do you?
Yeah, I had 2 slots.
Okay, so just hit cast spell then.
There we go. Cast spell. Yeah, it's saying like in the Foundry that there's no.
There's no. You gotta complete the sentence. I don't know what you're saying.
Sorry, that there's no spell slots. So it says you have no available first level spell slots with which to cast Sanctuary.
All right.
And I press cast.
Uncheck consume spell slot, and just hit cast spell.
There we go.
Yeah. Now mark the slot off on your D&D Beyond character sheet, since the tracking clearly isn't working here.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, and that's my turn.
All right. So Kling, you have Sanctuary now.
Okay.
Chef, it's your turn.
Chef turns around to Astle Reaver 2, and he sort of snorts. And as he does, he throws out this big ball of fire right in his direction.
24 is definitely going to hit as you produce flame. That is the lamest name for a spell I think I've ever seen. It's
Producing flame. I mean, just
Describe
yell,
to me the process of
produce
producing
flame. He just snorts like and then shoots like a loogie out of his nose.
Or
Ew.
you're a chef, is it produce flame? Like, is it a flaming head of lettuce?
He doesn't have time for this.
He eats a really hot pepper and just goes, bleh.
There we go.
A flickering
Really?
flame appears in your hand. The flame remains there for the duration and harms neither you nor your equipment. The flame sheds a bright light in a 10-foot radius and a dim light for an additional 10 feet. You can also attack with the flame, though doing so ends the spell. When you cast this flame, or as an action on a later turn, you can hurl the flame at a creature within 30 feet. Okay, yeah. So
It takes 1 damage.
it takes 1 damage. Good job.
Being this guy to death.
Looks like
Chef
that
yells,
applied.
well, I'd say that was well done, but it was more medium rare.
Okay.
Next.
1 point of damage. I did him 1 point of damage.
All right, Clang.
So Kling is gonna look at herself covered with blood and say, "Oh, that's just one too," and she just kind of wipes it off and goes, "Okay, let's do this again." And she kind of goes and sees Astral Weaver right in front of her, takes out a great axe and smacks him.
Oh, I was about to say big smack.
Big smack.
I live for that axe animation.
Oh, so such a good smack for such a small auto gnome. But no, goes wide, doesn't hit.
And she blushes and realizes she can't do anything else.
Astro Reaver just bends down at you and grins his grilly grin.
Oh, I'm in nature.
Nago.
Alright. I'm still targeting Astral Reaver too. So,
All right, so another mind sliver.
another Mind Sliver. This time, he has a 1d4 penalty to a saving throw to it. It's left
Right.
over from last round.
Right. All right. So we'll make the saving throw, and then so let's see. He's make sure this is the right guy. Okay. It's a DC 13. He rolls a 19. We're gonna roll a D4 and subtract
Yeah,
it.
he's gonna make it anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. So 18. So he's like, oh, big, strong head. Now, does he take half damage or anything?
No,
On a save?
It's not a half damage.
All right. So he just shakes off your mind sliver. He might be too dumb, to succumb to the same effect twice. You got anything else?
Nope. I just mime putting out my unlit cigarette in my palm in disgust.
Okay. Pocket. You watch Astral Reaver in front of you shake off another mind attack. He's building up his confidence. He's consolidating his energies. He's about to smack you with his big sword again if you don't do something. What are you thinking?
I'm debating on which way. I know. Okay, I'm actually debating on how I want my reaction to go because I know I'm gonna mess up this attack. So I want my reaction to do something.
Okay. Actually, it was using your reaction to drink from the thing. Oh, that was last turn. No more. It was last turn.
No, yeah, no, I'm planning ahead for the next one, so that's why I'm measuring out. But debating on which way. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just do the same thing as I did last time. Smack him with the quarterstaff and then the mace as well.
Okay.
So, and I did go ahead and uncheck the proficiency in the mace, just FYI. Does a
Right,
19
so-
hit?
A 19's gonna hit.
Yay! Smack him.
Ooh, and a 6 is going to take his freaking head off with his staff. It just you can hear his
Jeez.
neck snap. You can hear his neck snap from the click, and he falls down like a bag of soggy potatoes. It's still your turn. What do you do?
I'm gonna go ahead and move to be behind Clang, actually.
Okay.
And then no, guidance isn't a. Dang it, it's an action. Never mind. All right. And that will be it for now.
I don't like the way your wing is inappropriately touching Clang, so I want to rotate you.
No.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
No.
I'm tinier, so it's just
Oh,
like
look, if I
drifting up
do
and
that,
over
I can-
me.
If I do that, I can like stroke her.
Oh my.
No touching. All right.
I like
Astro Reaver 1, who just got here, has now seen the entire first wave of Astro Reavers die, and is going to do another. He's got three targets here, so he's going to do a D6. High is Pocket, mid is Clang, and low is Enna. High is 6, so he's gonna cross over. He's gonna cross up to. He'll just go here in between. He's gonna take a swing at Pocket with a scimitar. And we're not even gonna bother to ask. That was a 6. Astro Reaver he's looking around, wondering whose plan this was, and not feeling super great about the assault at the moment. All right, at the end of round 3, we have 3 battle events. The first one is a 2, which a new Astro Reaver jumps into an unoccupied space. Unoccupied space. Sorry, I just had a stroke there in the middle of the stream. With 3 the character. So we'll go ahead and just bring Astro Reaver 3 back to life. To represent that. Second roll A 12. An explosion rocks the ship. Each creature on the deck must succeed in a DC 10 dexterity saving throw or fall prone. So everybody roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving. Derp.
Yeah. So Clang succeeds. Enna succeeds. Nego fails.
Oof.
Crush fails critically. And Pocket
fuck.
fails. So
no.
Crush,
God damn it. God damn it.
Nego, and Pocket are all knocked prone.
Ah.
So for the next turn, you will have to expend half of your movement to stand back up before you can really do anything. And then the third battle event at the end of the third round. A second spelljamming ship soars overhead, raining arrows down on the defender. Each character must roll a d20. All right, so hold on. We're going to have to do this one very specifically because the prone has an effect on this. So we'll start with Enna. Enna, roll me a d20. Roll me 2 d20s. You have because you have to roll with a disadvantage. So you see the dis down there on the right. So roll the d20 and then click dis.
Okay. This right here.
Yeah. So 11. You still succeed. Okay. Chef, do it. Same thing because you're prone. You got to roll with disadvantage. D20 with disadvantage.
That's a 4.
4. So as the second spelljamming ship soars overhead, arrows rain down onto the Moon Raider. They narrowly miss Enna. But one collides directly with Chef, and you take 3 piercing damage. So apply 3 piercing damage to your character. Clang, you're prone as well, right?
Mm-mm.
No, you're not. Okay, so roll
No,
me a
I'm standing.
d20. Just roll me a d20 then.
He's a big target, to be fair.
An 11 passes. Nago, you're prone, so roll a d20 with disadvantage. No, that natural 20 is not going to help you. The 8 means that you take 3 piercing damage. You just like, oh, an arrow to my knee. And then finally, Pocket, you're prone. D20 with disadvantage. The 14, you succeed. All right. Top of
I
the
fall
order.
over like a Star Trek prone where I'm like, oh no, whatever should I do?
All right, Enna, it is your turn. You are still standing upright. You got this Reaver in front of you. End this.
Yeah. Yeah,
End him.
Enna is going to attack that Astral Reaver with her trident. What does the 20 hit?
20 will hit.
Yay.
Nah.
Now you're using it two-handed,
Yes.
so you can roll your versatile damage on it instead of the regular damage.
Oh, okay.
Big fat, good that did you. 3 points of
I
damage.
know, right?
3 points of
Okay.
damage. Give me a second. Did you have him targeted?
Yes.
You did. Okay. 3 points of damage is enough to kill him.
Woo!
Nice.
You stick him with the trident, and just kind of like he just kind of looks at you and he can't believe he fucking died to a trident. It's like I went to space to get away from this shit. As he falls down, slides off the trident, dead. Still your turn.
Okay, she's going to pull that trident out of its dead body and goes over to Astral Reaver 3. Oh, okay, I gotta do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. And she will end her turn there and be ready to attack that
Chef,
other one.
you're on the ground. You got an arrow in your back.
Chef crawls back up to his feet and in the same motion takes a big swing with his cleaver at Astral Reaver 3.
You gonna use the sharp side?
Nope, he's going to use the spine of it again.
A 20 is definitely gonna hit. Show me some damage.
So he swings it up into his jaw as he
so
climbs up off the ground.
With 11 damage, you just one massive swing for the fences, and again took this guy's head and just went.
Chef yells,
like-
I have a stew to get back to!
And Astro Reaver 3 falls down like he's a skeleton in an old Ray Harryhausen movie, and just it falls down, and yeah, all of your assailants are down, and with that, give me. Nope, sorry, wrong music. I'm learning the buttons. Okay. With that, a thunderous explosion shakes the ship, filling the air with splinters of wood. Bodies of these Astral Reavers are just hurled off the ship and out into Wildspace. It takes everything that each one of you have to like grab onto something near you and stop yourselves from being hurled. Nago, you try to, because you were still prone, and Pocket, because you were still prone, you were unable to grab onto something, and the force of that explosion sends you up into the air 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 feet, 100 feet away from the ship. You're just floating through space. You have exited the oxygen bubble around the ship, and you realize that you can't breathe. You begin choking. You begin to asphyxiate. Is this it? Is this where everything ends? And then everything stops. Wreckage hangs motionless. The fire, the explosions are just frozen like paws on a VHS tape. Even the stars have stopped twinkling. The illusion of Wildspace melts away, and you find yourself standing in one of the magical chambers of the simulations deck. Your memories slowly start fitting back into place. You're students. That's right, we're students. We're here at Spelljammer Academy. We're learning how to be spelljammers and adventurers in space. This was a training exercise. It all starts to come flooding back. You recall being warned that your first experience in a Wildspace simulation could be disorienting, but it's designed to test your ability to function under pressure. A hulking figure emerges from the center of an explosion. Like there's this freeze-framed explosion, and out of it walks a Hadanese. A Hadanese is a large, for lack of a better term, simian, monkey type a creature, with a missing wing flap. You know, he's got one wing flap that attaches between one arm and his torso, and the other one is kind of missing and torn away. Wearing a military uniform, bristling with medals. The air around her smells like cigar smoke. As you can see, Boatswain Tarto growls, the Battle of Hachatha didn't go well for Captain Sardax and her crew. But her last battle makes a good testing ground for new recruits. End simulation. At which point, everything else begins to fade away, and you find yourselves in the middle of a strange room where the walls are carved with magic glowing runes. For lack of a better term, imagine the D&D version of a holodeck, if you would. and you all just kind of pick yourself up and dust yourself off, and Boatswain Tarto comes up to you and kind of helps pick one of you up and kind of brush it off, and he goes, "Let's see." She's got a little clipboard. Couldn't remember the word for clipboard. A little clipboard. And he goes, "Let's see. Save the captain? No. Save the ship? No. Defeat the Astral Reavers? Yes. Keep everyone alive." He looks at Pocket and Nago, and he goes, 3 out of 5. He goes, "Not bad.
Going back.
Not bad.
Chef
I've
goes,
seen
"That's-
worse."
That's a perfect score.
Is that it? What do you think of our performance?
It's not bad. It's not bad. I've seen worse. I've seen better. So, yeah, at this point, she just kind of, so she goes, she just looks at you and says, she's like, "Any questions?"
Chef raises his hand.
"Yeah, chef, what is it?"
I swear I had made a stew. Is that real or was that a dream?
She goes, "That was probably a dream. There's no stew in the simulation deck."
Oh, okay. That's it.
Okay. I have a, hold on, I made a thing here. I gotta find it. Did a thing. You see an image of Boatswain Tarto?
No.
Damn it.
Aha.
Okay, check the chat.
I do.
Oh, there it is.
Right. All right. So that's Boatswain Tardo. As she's sitting there, forgive her gruff voice. It's the best I can do.
A lot of cigars.
Yeah, a lot of cigars. And she's let me find my paper here. All right, and she goes, so at this point, she's just kind of sitting there making notes, and you guys are standing around, and your memories that were magically suppressed through the process of the simulation have all come back to you, and you've all begun to remember that the 5 of you arrived this morning on Belligerence, which was a chartered galley out of Waterdeep, which picked up passengers and crews in the Moonshell Isles, the Baldur's Gate, Candledeep, and Port Nyanzaru. Who knows where you guys? I mean, you guys maybe you guys can decide what port you guys boarded. You've come to seek fortune and glory at Spelljammer Academy, which is a secret enclave of spellcasters and swords for hire on the mysterious Isle of Nimbral. Graduates from the academy tend to join the Spelljammer Fleet, which is a magical navy that's sworn to protect Toril and explore worlds far beyond. Toril is the name of the planet that you're on. The academy itself is carved into an enormous 2,000-foot high column of rock that juts up from the cliffs of the island's west coast. It's got multiple levels connected by stairs and ramps and magical elevator lifts. After docking in a sea cave at the base of the column, you all march directly up to the simulations deck through the Academy Spire. This simulation test is like the first thing that happens when you get here. It's an immediate throw you in and see if you're worth spending any kind of time on. Your metal has now been tested, and it is time to settle in. Each one of you, oh, I'm hearing myself again. Each one of you is handed a Spelljammer Academy map, which I'm going to trigger here. You guys can tell me whether you see it
Yes, sir.
or not. Okay.
Mhm.
So that is the Spelljammer.
Stairs.
Yeah, it's a lot of stairs, a couple magical lips here and there. So yeah. So you're basically here with Boatswain Tardo. She's there to answer any questions. This is orientation day. This is the day for you to become to get acquainted and familiar with the academy. And this is your first real chance to ask any questions about the place. So she's
don't
there at your
see it.
disposal. You don't see what?
Anything.
Might need to zoom out on the. If
I
you're too
mean,
zoomed in, it might be black.
Everything looks black. I don't see anything anywhere.
Just refresh.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, everybody else can see it, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
But while
Where's the
she's doing
food?
that, is that what you're asking, Boatswain Tardo?
I figure Chef might be interested in also knowing where the kitchens are at.
I was just thinking that actually.
Same.
Pocket,
Half paying
at this point,
attention,
Pocket has
figure out
gotten
how
up
the
and is like
simulation
preening.
works.
Yep. Chef raises his hand again.
You don't have to raise your hand every time to ask a question, Chef. Go ahead.
When do we go to space?
You go to space at the end of your training. There's a lot left to do before we send cadets up into wild space.
Right. Where's the kitchen?
Kitchen's in the cadet quarters. I had to remember. Kitchen's in the cadet quarters, which also houses the dormitory and where you'll be staying.
All right.
During your time here.
I also have a question.
You just asked them. This is the role playing part of the thing. So.
Chef raises his hand again.
Roleplay. Excuse me. I'm raising my little wing.
Carter looks
what
at you and goes, "Oh, you don't have to raise your hand. Just ask."
What other kind of simulations can these rooms do? Like recreational simulations?
No, the simulations deck is strictly for the training and education of spelljammers and their associates. They are not to be used for recreation at any time, in any way, in any shape. And any spelljammer cadet caught attempting to use the simulations deck for non-official training purposes will be immediately expelled and fed to Mert's dog.
What
Oh, there's a
what
dog
if we
there?
find the training
Who's Mert's
recreational?
dog?
Okay, you can't all do it at the same time. I can't hear you.
There's so many reactions. Two are about the dog.
That's
Yeah,
good.
Anna puts her trident, on the ground where it makes kind of a reverberating cling. I want to know more about this dog.
Mert's dog?
Yes.
It's a dog.
Make it?
It's big.
You said it went bad.
And it eats bad cadets.
Actually, does the dog count towards our score?
She's just looking at you like, I don't understand the question. Mostly because Jared also doesn't understand the question.
Because the dog didn't die?
Yeah.
Is the what?
The dog
Dog
didn't
did
die.
This is not the same dog that was in the simulation.
Oh.
This is Mert's dog.
Yeah.
We're
I think
talking
the
about
question is, historically, did the dog make it out of the fight?
No, historically, nobody made it out of the fight. You all died at the end. The ship exploded.
Now I'm sad.
So then how do we have an account of it?
Carter just kind of looks at you. And you get the bitchiest monkey face you've ever seen in your life. Anything else?
If we have fun in training, do we fail training? What if the training is recreational?
She's just gonna look. She's looking. She goes, "All right. If there's no serious questions," and she hands everybody a handout. I clicked the button and my thing went to the wrong place. Let me find the handout here. The handout is okay. So the handout is in the chat. And so she's going to say, these are your orientation tasks. All of these tasks have to be completed today before sundown. At which point you complete all the tasks and you come back to me.
Oh, making me read.
And she says, dismissed. And she walks away, kind of disgusted that nobody asked any questions about the academy and their purpose there, and what this whole thing's about, and any of the normal questions that new cadets would ask.
So just for
instead they
training
were focused
spelljammers.
on food. Yeah, but what the fuck is a spelljammer? Do you know? She just took off. She's not impressed with the group at all at the moment.
C is a passing grade.
So yeah, you're left in an empty simulation deck, and you have your list of orientation tasks. And behind the orientation tasks, there was also like a stapled note at the back with the warning note. So you all have basically 3 documents with you. You have a map of the Spelljammer Academy. You have a list of orientation tasks that you have to complete today before sundown, and you have a warning.
Warning's not a big deal. Like every other paperwork handed to me, I just go, nah.
Well, one at a time. Did we even stop by administration on the way in, or was the simulation really the first thing we were thrown into here?
You were taken directly to the simulation.
So isn't this a welcome pack?
Yeah, the orientation tasks are your orientation tasks. This is the
Well, no,
process
like
of-
this is the welcome pack, the orientation task and the thing, right? That's our welcome pack, or no?
Who are you asking? Chardo's gone.
You. Oh, I guess we should have asked.
I'm not
her.
here in the room to provide that information.
We have a map. It says administration. Look, I transferred here from. Look, I transferred here from another school. Okay, so administration is a building. It's not an abstract concept. Oh, I mean, it is an abstract concept, but there's a place for it. Let's go.
Go where?
Nothing like standing in line.
Like, where are we? And then when do we get there?
Well, the map says we're on the simulations deck, so... Oh. Well, what a shit map. It doesn't say where administration is. I guess we'll go looking.
Hey, you tell me where you want to go.
Administration.
Is that the group's consensus, or are you just following Nego?
Yeah.
I
mean, are
yeah.
there signs?
Seems
to,
like the
to
rules
direct
are
us
first to
there?
say anything.
Yeah. It's not a mystery. This is it's a school. It's got signs. There's students walking around. It's full of all kinds of stuff. It's not a mystery where to go.
All right, let's go to
You just
administration.
have to tell me where you want to go. Okay, so you want to go to administration?
Yeah.
Okay.
Simulate administrations.
A welcome pack sounds like loot, so I wish to know what's in it.
I still don't see mine, but yeah, I'm going to administration.
Well, we don't see the.
I just see our character tokens and nothing else around. I scrolled around and I've scrolled out. And
That's something with the loading then. Let me do this then. Actually, I can also put. I think I have the map that I can put in the thing. Nope, I didn't actually put the map in a thing I can give you. That would have been
oh, good.
smart.
I can pull up stream or look at that. All good.
Like I said, there's not really anything to map. It's just a big
Yeah.
picture of a big tall rock
Yeah.
and some areas. So at this point, there won't be a visual for like another hour or two. So you can go back to the faces. This is where we go back to the theater of the mind here. So you're going to the administration. All right. So so as you're wandering through the academy, you see a number of signs that seem to detail that there is a 5-tier security system. They're all represented by a different color. Some doors and passageways, rooms have green colors. Some have red. Some have blue. Some have purple and some have gold. That's what you've been able to discern. That basically every door you pass has a kind of a color coding around it in one of these 5 colors. Most of the passageways between the large sections that make up those little bubbles that are on the thing are also guarded with giant GIF guards. GIF being these enormous hippopotamus shaped creatures with weapons that you've heard tale. Yeah, you heard immediately. Tend to trigger the disintegrate spell. They are basically batons that can disintegrate at a touch. So betraying the guards would be a really unwise thing to do. As you wander towards the administration, a halfling cadet dashes past, clearly late for their training. Turning a corner, they bump into a pair of plasmoid cadets, creatures made of plasmic goo, and the halfling cadet becomes partially stuck inside one of them. You watch as they struggle to pull themselves apart, and eventually correct themselves. The halfling then continues to run on, shouting an apology. As you approach administration, you notice that it is a security level green above the front door, and then there's an area off to one section that is purple. That is purple with a sign that says records room. The administration is pretty low on the thing. You've had to go down several flights of stairs. You get a sense that the simulation deck was towards the upper half of the giant rock spire that makes up the academy. You've gone almost down to the bottom where the sea dock was, where you first arrived. As you look around, there's a visitor's lounge with a bar. There's guest rooms for visiting off-world dignitaries, and there's a reception. There's a reception with the receptionist there. The receptionist the receptionist is a elderly Thrykean woman named Sorker. The Thrykean is an insectoid like race. I think I have a picture. Let's see. Do I have a picture? Did I do picture?
Starship Troopers insectoid, or like
They're in the chat.
More like Zorak from Space Ghost.
More like Zorak from Space
yes.
Ghost.
Yeah. Admiral
Brandon,
Trench.
I'll leave it to you to put those up for the stream. And should you want? So yeah, you walk in and she instantly sees you, and she goes, cadets, welcome. I suppose you're here for your welcome pack.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Unless this is a welcome pack. I don't know what we're holding right now. What is this called?
What is it? What are you showing her?
the list of things we're supposed to do and with the warning that's stapled to the back.
She goes, that is a list of things you're supposed to do. And a warning message.
Well then, I guess it's not a welcome pack. So thank you.
No, you are here to receive your welcome pack, as stated in the orientation tasks. on the
I'm
very
ready.
list with which you are asking about.
You'll have to excuse everybody else. They're very uneducated, haven't been to a school before.
Yes,
Well,
Welcome back, please.
I
Thank
went to
you.
culinary
Then-
school.
Yeah.
Can I
I'm
assume that?
educated by the sea. I resent that.
Well, Pocket had to have her stapled to her chest because otherwise she'd forget it, and Mom and Dad need to sign the permission slip before I can go on this adventure. So that's Pocket's intelligence.
she just looks over and goes, Arakoa, as expected.
What'd you
And-
call me?
Arakoa?
Nothing.
and Sorker takes the welcome packet and basically just pins it to Pocket's chest along with the note. And
Thanks.
he goes, best you have someone responsible open this and process it for you, and then hands each one of you a packet. It's basically, like an accordion folder that's got a little wraparound thing, and she hands you the envelope, and then she hands you a helmet, a little like security helmet that's blue, and she hands each one of you under her desk. She pulls out a blue helmet, and he gives each one of you the blue helmet, and she goes, thus, the distribution of your welcome packs are complete. And I don't know what happened to my voice right now, but we're going to go with it. Because I am not professional. Anything else I can help you with?
What's the blue helmet for?
Yeah, this is kind of concerning.
The blue helmet is to allow you past the blue security zones, which you will need when visiting the Skydock during orientation.
Oh, okay.
Are these helmets like one size fits all, or are they tailored to us?
Nope. They are random, generic helmets. I would say it's going to be a little big on Clang. It's going to fit Nago and Enna okay.
Jeff has horns.
Yeah, it basically you could kind of put it on one of your horns, kind of askew, and just hanging there, and Pocket might try to make a nest of it. I don't know what
I was gonna say, Pocket's not about helmet, so she's just doing this like weird thing where she's like sinking into her body when it's on her head, like like fat nicking it, like no.
As you're here, a rabbit, a Haragon creature, in a terribly fashionable fedora, just kind of sneaks between you and asks for his packet. Says, "I'm here for my packet," and then gets his packet, gets his helmet, looks at the five of you, and is just like, "Okay, they're letting anybody in here," and takes off back down. He's running through all of his tasks very
Chef
quickly.
yells,
Hoppity.
Stop!
And he kind of looks back at you and just tips his hat, and darts back up a rope ladder up to the next level, and he's gone.
Did you guys see how terribly fashionable that fedora was?
And he did not stop for us to admire it.
I can't really see. My helmet keeps slipping over my eyes.
Wow, he's
Well, I
cool.
appreciate his hat, but now he's gonna have to wear that stupid blue helmet just like the rest of us.
I wonder if he'll put the helmet on the hat. Or the hat on the helmet.
I don't know. I just clipped the helmet to my belt because I'm not taking off my hat.
That
And
actually
Inna's
seems
not
like a
gonna
great
wear
idea. Yeah.
Yeah, Inna's not gonna wear it. She's just gonna put it on top of her trident.
Okay, so she
And
just
she
kind of.
walks around. Yeah.
Right, so does that mean that you got to walk around with your trident like vertical to
Yeah.
keep her
Well,
from-
yeah, that's yeah.
So you're just walking around like this, like.
Uh-huh. Well, I'm using it kind of like not as a walking stick, but she's walking
Okay.
forward with it.
Okay.
All right. I take a look in the accordion folder. What's in the welcome pack?
Inside the accordion folder is a red level cadet uniform. This is the kind of a uniform that you are seeing almost everybody around you wearing. I have an image. Hold on. Let's say. Thought I had an image. I made so many. Oh, here we go. So as you would see there, it's the kind of uniform that you'll see most people, all of the cadets, wandering around and wearing. And in addition to that, inside the envelope is a little toiletry bag, and a 50 gold piece requisition voucher to spend in the academy stores.
Oh, good. A stipend. It's a good start.
Now, I would say that did anybody go over the orientation tasks for the viewers at home so they know what you're supposed to be doing?
Oh, let me throw them on the screen.
I assume the next one's going to be going to the quarters for our bunk assignments.
Yeah, and probably putting our uniforms on.
Is that what you want to do?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
What's the next one up? We're at the bottom, so what's the next one up? Is it the quarters?
It doesn't really matter. It's not like I'm counting steps against you or anything like that. Just go where you want to go.
It matters for my Fitbit, bro.
You'll get all your steps in. See how many stairs we have to climb?
I'm gonna.
Kitchens and
The stairs are all
right?
closed. It's only invisible lifts now. All right, so you want to head to the cadet quarters?
Yep.
Right. As you are heading to the cadet quarters, you pass two cadets that are facing off in a game that magically projects illusionary spelljamming ships above a game board. Picture if you remember the James Bond movie Never Say Never Again, when Bond and Largo play the game with the computerized planes on the table. It's a lot like that. It's like that, but they're spelljamming ships that are sailing across each other and shooting each other, and every once in a while, like they're holding on to things. Everyone's like like when the ships get hit, they're getting little shocks, and just and they're battling as you walk past them. At the entrance to the cadet quarters, you notice that the security sign is red. And there is a guard. There's a enormous gift guard there that is like,
Hey, you're out of uniform. Only red level security cadets allowed in the cadet quarters.
Chef takes the uniform out of the welcome thing and just kind of holds it up.
He says, "Look, it's red." All right, that's you. Anybody else? What about the rest of you?
Yep. Take it out.
Yep, yeah.
Let's put
Yeah.
it
Take
in
out
the
mine
hallway or
too.
what?
I point
Yeah.
at my chest.
Yeah, Anna pulls it out and then like moves around her trident so that the helmet kind of clings around. It's like, where else were we supposed to change?
okay. At this point, he goes,
All right,
and he pulls out a clipboard and he goes,
give me your names.
Clang.
Dinner.
Clang. All right, Clang. Bunk 41.
Okay.
Crush. Bunk 39.
Anna.
Enna. Bunk 37.
I walk up. Nago?
Nago, bunk 43.
Pocket golly.
Pocket. Pocket. Oh, here it is. Bunk 4. Oh,
Yay.
good one. Good one, that bunk. Good view.
Scary.
And as he steps aside and he waves you in, and as you enter the cadet quarters, it's basically a dormitory for cadets, and with a number of different areas. Inside the dormitory, there's the Weeping Goddess Tavern, which is a rather raucous bar that serves the cadets. A refectory where the cadets take their meals, complete with a little nice patio dining area. There's washrooms. There's the academy kitchens, which are right off the refectory where the meals are prepared. There's a laundry, and there's a smaller dorm area off to one end for expressly for academy graduates, people who are still here for undergraduate programs and stuff like this. As you all wander to your beds, and Nago and Clang and Enna and Chef, you notice that your bunks are relatively close to each other. Pocket, everybody kind of wanders off, but as you're following the number system and everything, you're realizing that your bunk is in a rather ornate and like primo location. It's elevated above everybody else, and there's this gorgeous view out over the roiling ocean around you. There's only four beds here, and you see people at 1 and 2 and 3, and as you move up to your fourth one, the character that I linked in the cadet uniform just a few minutes ago steps up behind you and says, "Change of plan, Greenie. This bunk's mine now. Go tell the duty officer it wasn't to your liking, and we'll get ourselves swapped over. Tell him you've traded bunks with Vina." And the moon elf points to an unkempt bunk down near the noisiest section of the dorm, just next to the washrooms. Like the bunk is like bouncing with the washing machine that's on the other side of the wall, and and she's telling you that's your bunk now.
Pocket says no. Pocket says no and puffs up.
That's your bunk now.
Pocket gets big.
All right. Roll me an intimidation check.
What can go wrong? Sorry, I had to figure out how to pull. Pocket's big.
17.
I am the big bird.
Vina kind of takes a half step back and looks over at the buddies in bunk 1, 2, and 3, and just kind of uncertain goes, all right, and turns around and walks back to the bunk next to the noisy washing machine, and you can give yourself inspiration for successfully overcoming the situation without resorting to violence.
You went from burb to borb.
Yeah. I am boy. How do I give myself inspiration? Figured it out. Just kidding.
You floof in victory.
Yes.
Victory floof.
Now I'm gonna go up and begin nesting. It's taking Pocket everything to not like start ripping her little like thing in shreds and stuffing it in her wings. I'm really trying not to.
Okay.
But I am victorious, and I proudly waddle my way into the room.
As you're setting up the GIF, security officer walks by just to check on the room and make sure everything is as it is, and takes notice that you're being respectful to the bed, and blah, blah, and he goes and just kind of gives you a little like Megaforce thumbs up, and walks on his way. Guard's happy with you.
You're welcome. Would have had to bring out the guns.
And so the rest of you, you've
Did I
gone to
get
your
the moon
bunks.
Sorry, did I get the moon elf's name?
She didn't give it to you. You went pretty fast to the intimidation and scared her off pretty quickly. But we'll say as she walked off, one of the buddies goes, "Later, Vina." As they kind of laugh at Vina for puffing up and getting over puffed.
Pocket remembers. Pocket always remembers.
So the rest of you get to your bunks without issue. Everything is as it is. They're pretty standard. There's a big common room in the middle where you can leave your stuff. You can consider this orientation task complete. You have your bunk assignments.
Chef changes into the new cadet uniform and takes his pink apron and just kind of wraps it over the front of it.
Okay. Nago, Clang, Anna.
Except I hold up the blue helmet and say, "This has to be a joke. These do not go together."
I just slip it over top of my person because, my person is all connected and I'm technically wearing my skin clothes as a robot. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, and Inna puts the jacket like over what she's wearing, but then she pulls the pants up, and so her seaweed skirt is still over the red pants.
Did Clang is the jacket too long? So now you just have these little sleeves dragging behind you.
I first put it
I
on, I'm
love
like
it.
that, like a toddler, and then I roll them up. I'm like, oh.
Pocket attempts to put it on and then just ends up using her beak to kind of cut holes for the wings.
Okay. I feel like the uniforms would have some accommodation specific for your individual races, but I will stipulate that they didn't exactly have your measurements and everything, so some alterations will probably be necessary. All right, you're now all dressed in the appropriate red cadet uniforms of the Spelljammer Academy. Nago and Enna, your uniforms are, and Pocket actually, Nago, Enna, and Pocket, your uniforms are a little different than Kling's and Chef's. Kling's, actually, you're all the same except for Kling. Kling's uniform is the only one that's a bit different. Kling, yours looks almost exactly like Vina's. Everybody else has a bit more ornamentation to it, a bit more like gold inleaf. It's just a little bit fancier than Kling's. I've got
the welcome pack. Describe why.
I've got something to show. I've got something to show. Hold on. Where's it? Why didn't I do all this? Vina. Nope, that's Vina. And that's that one. And that's that one. And hold on. Okay. Oh, I can do this. Just show you the mob. Dun, 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 dun. So, this is gonna be well, that's not a good one either. Hold on. Nope, that's not gonna work. Nope, I didn't get an image of it. Sorry. So just a little more ornate. There is nothing in the pack that explains the difference.
Oh, I have less shiny on mine. Oh,
Yeah.
it's interesting.
Well, you have enough of your own.
There's
Although
no
This-
point dolling up
true.
a gem.
Oh my. Worth nothing.
Do robots
Alright.
blush?
If she could, she's slightly there's slight red tinting going
Just
on.
a little underglow.
Yeah. Bing.
It's like when a pot gets hot.
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
Exactly.
What are we supposed to do now? What does the note say?
Report to
Well,
Skydock for spell jamming ship inspection.
Ooh, that sounds
Or-
super fun.
Interestingly,
Oh,
some
complete
of these say
gymnasium.
All cadets. No, hold on a second.
What?
Most of these say two more of these say all cadets. One of them says corp cadets only.
Mm-hmm.
No idea what that means. And the other says Spelljammer cadets only. So how are we supposed to know?
Maybe we go, and if they kick us out, then we find out why our suits look different.
Well, I'm sure we could ask a guard or ask administration.
I don't want to be disintegrated though.
Yep. So just ask before you step.
Why don't we ask the guy at the beginning of the bunks? The one that assigned us the bunks.
Yep. Why not?
Sure.
So go to the doorman, or the door
right
guard, as it were, I guess, since he's holding a disintegrate baton. And I don't know if I want to call him a doorman then. Go to him. Excuse me. The orientation paper says all cadets, corp cadets, and spelljammer cadets. What's the difference, and how do we know?
He goes. He just looking. He goes. He goes. Yes.
Right. Well, here's Spelljammer Academy. While adventurers of all stripes explore Faerun and deal with the perils of ancient ruins, malevolent cults, and long-forgotten tombs, those who come through Spelljammer Academy on Nimbrel strive to protect the world from far greater threats.
And this is a giant fucking hippopotamus dude who's speaking in the most refined dialect you've ever heard, and you just can't help but wonder how he's enunciating through tusks and such a wide mouth. Clearly practiced. Spelljammer. I'm sorry.
Oh, I said Disney magic.
So, Spelljammer Academy trains cadets for service as Spelljammers and members of the Spelljammer Corps, both branches of a magical navy sworn to protect Toril and to explore other worlds beyond. Few people know of the Academy's existence, and its leaders try to keep it that way. What I see here are 4 proud cadets of the Spelljammer service and 1 member of the Spelljammer Corps.
As he looks to Clang, and you realize that the uniform that the guard is wearing is also it's like a more, if you can imagine yours was like a tier 1 version of the uniform, he's wearing a tier 3 version of your uniform, Clang. He is also a member of the Spelljammer Corps. His uniform's just a bit more advanced than yours. Oh, I have a picture of that one too.
Oh, I'm a core.
I
That
need,
sounds nice.
I gotta remember I got all these things. I went and did all these things, and
Okay.
like
So,
that. There you go.
Core and not corporate.
Oh, cool.
So at that point, he continues. He goes,
Anything else I can help you with? Usually this is covered in your orientation.
How did she get assigned to Corps? I raised my hand.
Yes. Oh, they're still telling people to raise their hand. Huh? He goes, the basic fundamental difference between the Spelljammers and the Spelljammer Corps is that in order to pilot a Spelljammer craft using a Spelljammer helm requires the use of magics found throughout Faerun in the known universe. So those who can wield the magics of the universe are trained to be spelljammers, and those who tend to more scholastic or pugilistic methods join the Corps. Both are just as needed. Both help defend the universe. As you can see, I myself am a proud member of the Spelljammer Corps.
Jeff raises his hand again.
Just kind of looks at you.
I just want to cook.
Yes, well, cooks are necessary on Spelljammer ships. You know, folks are out adventuring throughout Wildspace for days and weeks on end. Cooks are an essential part of any spelljamming crew, and I'm sure you'll make yourself a fine ship's cook one day.
Yeah, but I don't want to pilot things. I can't cook if I'm piloting.
Well, not every member of the Spelljammer Academy becomes a pilot. This is just simply the particular school you're in. But within the school, there are many specialties, and yours obviously seems to tend towards the culinary arts. If you don't want to pilot, nobody will make you. But it is still important to go through the training, because through the course of any adventure, you never know when you might be called upon to take the helm in an emergency situation.
Chef kind of grumbles, but puts his hand down.
What type of emergency situations?
Yeah, and he goes, and he just
That makes me nervous.
He goes, well, if you're here, I'm assuming you've gone through your orientation day simulation already.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, then you know full.
Spelljammer gets blown off the deck.
Then
Now
you
we
know
passed the
full
flying
well what
color.
kind of dangerous situations one can.
Yeah,
find
we did
yourself
very
in.
well.
The Battle of Hachatha is a renowned event in Spelljammer history. You did very well, you said.
Oh,
I have a question. I raise my hand.
Jesus fucking Christ, just ask the goddamn questions, or I'm turning this stream around.
If everyone died, like, how do we have a recounting of what happened?
He's gonna look at you, and and wave you in close.
I lean in. I'm like, yes.
He's gonna wave you in closer.
She leans in more.
He's gonna wave you like at this point. You're like you got to be like nose to nose at this point. He's just waving you in closer.
I need
pretty
a little
far.
closer.
Have you seen his nose?
And at this point, your entire field of vision is full of this hippopotamus mouth. Like you can't see anything more than a hippopotamus mouth, and you see the mouth open and the lips move, and you hear magic
Shit.
as he
There's
pulls
magic.
away.
I bet the
Shit.
dog lived, and that's how we know.
That's my current
Magic
running
dog.
theory as well.
Hmm.
All right, well, that question answered. Skydock. Hey, next task is Skydock. And it says all cadets, so we can all go to that one. After that, I think we split up just a bit. Then I look at well, I mean, just you, actually.
I
Yeah.
raised my hand to speak
Just me.
to to the group. I raised my hand to speak to the group. I vote
Need a
we do
conference.
that, but instead of splitting off, we do the report to Skydock, and then we do the gymnasium, and then we split.
Sure.
I vote we split at the end.
I'm okay with either way.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm okay too. I want to go to the skydock and get kind of a view of where we are
Yeah, that sounds super cool.
and see the
That
ocean again.
itself, we need to get a conch.
I too like skies.
A conch? Gonna go Lord of the Flies on me?
Look at this group. All
You
right.
don't have to raise your hand. Drive the DM crazy. All right. So you want to leave and head towards the Skydock? Right.
Yes.
Not. Who doesn't want to see the ship? Let's see the ship.
Yeah, show me that dock.
All right. So, as you head up as you head up, you have to get to the sky dock. You have to take a series of lifts, and there's a pulley. So one's magic and runs through magic, and one's a pulley system where you guys have to like pull yourselves up. And then eventually there's a long winding staircase that goes on the outside of the academy, and like it's not nearly as wide as you would hope. Playing is fine and whatnot, but Chef, as you're having to take these steps kind of sideways, and I think you can't help but wonder like how this is safe for a school. This is about as dangerous a school as Hogwarts at this point. As you get up to another level, you witness, you hear a magical voice announce,
All purple rank security officers report to the Skydock for docking inspection. All purple rank security officers report to the Skydock for docking inspection. Well, I'm having trouble with the words. And as you continue up the staircase, enormous GIF guards start coming up from behind you. And without slowing down, without missing a beat, they begin to push past you. They take the outside path, so I mean they're not total dicks. But Chef, I'm going to need you to make a dexterity saving throw to make sure you don't fall down to your fucking death.
12.
Woo! That would have been a really awkward place to die.
Yeah.
Chef, you're like, oh! Do you say anything? Say anything to the passing guards?
Chef doesn't say anything, but he growls and smoke starts sort of billowing out of his mouth while he does.
Okay. As you get to the top of the staircase, it turns back into the stone. So you're there at a doorway with a big blue painted kind of halo around the door, and there are two guards there who challenge you guys. He goes, blue level requires blue helmets. Let me see your blue helmets. Not all of you are wearing them.
Yep.
Mine's on my head.
Yep.
Yeah, and I bring forward my trident and kind of clang it to the ground.
Yeah.
Helmets on the head.
Fine.
On the head.
Cats.
Okay. And Inna like gets on her tiptoes, reaches up and like puts it on her head.
Okay. Pocket.
Yeah, no, I'm putting it on my head, but I'm again fat nicking it because Pocket doesn't like things on her head, so she's like, eh.
Okay. And what's Chef doing?
Chef he grabs the helmet and just kind of pulls it through the horn so it stays better and leaves it there.
One of the guards hands his disintegration baton to his buddy and kind of reaches in and tries to stretch the helmet across both horns. Where this is one of the few people in this place that are bigger than you are. This giant GIF thing, and he's just gonna hold on. We can make this fit, and he tries very hard to stretch the plastic helmet just across both of your horns to make it fit. How do you react to this effort?
Describe him touching your horns.
Describe him touching your horns.
Yeah.
Why did you
Do it
have to
slow.
say it like that?
Do it bellissimo.
Chef is acquiescing to this, but he's very unhappy. As his head's getting kind of yanked around and getting there on, but he's trying his best to put up with it for the sake of the formality.
Hey, roll me a dexterity check. with a 19, you weren't sure your horns could bend. Like you've never. I mean, you've lived. You're a relatively young person, but you've lived a number of years, and you've been to culinary school and everything. You never once tried to bend and reshape your horns before.
Weird.
But your horns have managed to just bend inward enough to fit within the two within the confines of the security helmet. And and the guard steps back and goes,
Yeah.
that's how it should be. Perfect. And takes his disintegration baton back from his buddy and says, all right, in you go. And
I'm gonna get a headache from this.
Oh, that is gonna go flying off into the ocean when you least expect it.
so as you pass through the archway, you enter a giant open air section. The best I can describe it is, remember Docking Bay 94 and Star Wars? It's completely enclosed on the side, but it's open. It's open to the sky above, and it's huge. Like, you didn't realize this place could be this big. There's ramps left and right. There's multiple levels, like 5, 6, 7 different floors of scaffolding and docks and stuff. And within this like internal volcano style base are 3 enormous spelljamming ships, all docked and being tended to in various manners. One is an enormous squid-shaped ship, straight out of Jules Verne. It's got a pointed front with a flared with flared bottom to the head section, and then it tapers in the middle and flares out again towards the back. And at the rear of the ship are tentacles. Are mechanical tentacles out the back that are going through a number of maintenance checks. You watch the tentacles as they're going through the checks. Another ship is shaped like a hammerhead shark. Again with the flare at the front. But on the sides, of the front are 2 enormous harpoon turrets. Where you would expect a hammerhead's eyes to be, and then the third ship is like a zeppelin. It's an enormous zeppelin with a huge balloon shape above it, filled with something you couldn't possibly know at this point. As you walk up, twin gnome officers approach you, and I think I've got pictures of these guys. I thought I did. Oh, it moved. Okay, so there you go. 2 gnomish inspectors walk up to you. And I don't think I can do the voice without it hurting right now. And they're like, and they basically he goes, cadets, here you are, here to participate in your first ship inspection. And they basically they walk you through the 28-point inspection of what you look for on a ship to make sure the ship is space worthy. Clang, go ahead and make me a perception check.
Okay.
Yo, DC.
Not bad.
Everything.
Wow.
So as you're going through, you notice off to the left on a nearby dock, a hobgoblin academy officer is supervising the unloading of a merchant ship. It's a smaller vehicle, not one of the big 3 we were talking about. And at the corner of your eye, you witness him slip a platinum piece to to one of the merchants on the ship. And in return, the merchant hands the hobgoblin a small bottle, which the officer then conceals in his pocket. You're the only one to notice this during the course of the inspection.
I would kind of look over at my friends and be like, that was kind of weird. That guy officer was paying that guy for some kind of a weird bottle on that ship over there. I tend to notice a lot of things, and that seemed weird. Kind of point over. Say, like, quietly.
You said it was a bottle?
Yeah, I don't know. He was, like, unloading stuff, and then he paid him, and then he gave him, like, a bottle, the hobgoblin one. Motion over towards the ship. Could be nothing.
Chef looks over that way. Does he seem to be high ranking? Does he carry much authority?
He has the same. He has the same. You haven't seen every rank of everybody here yet, but he seems to be just as important as anybody else that you've noticed around here so far. You haven't encountered anybody that's higher ranked. Let me put it that way.
Right.
Doesn't mean he's high rank. Just means that you haven't encountered anybody with more pips.
Chef just kind of growls and says, "We probably shouldn't cause waves yet."
Yeah, just in case anybody else sees anything that kind of looks like smuggling. I don't know what smuggling looks like, but I would assume that's what it looks like.
Yeah, and Anna goes, she like sighs and she's like, yeah, I don't know if we should tell anyone yet. We're the new people, and
Yeah.
do we really want to make trouble?
No, and I kind of push back my helmet. Yeah, just noting.
Let's just keep an eye on them if they do anything else. I don't know. We don't even know if they're even doing something dangerous.
This is
Yeah.
real.
Are they acting sussy?
It just stood out to me. I've noticed a lot of people moving things around, but kind of weirdly done. He kind of slipped it nonchalantly. I don't know. It wasn't like, here's the bottle you want. Anyway.
Should we investigate what's in the bottle, maybe? But then again, we're the new people. That might be bringing up too much of a fuss, but
Right,
Typically
well-
do trade.
Clearly, you're all gonna keep wondering about this, so I'm gonna go ask.
Well, at this point, I mean, you're here with the two gnome inspectors who are in charge of you at this moment. They have begun to notice you having this conversation. That you're not quite, maybe if it only went a couple comments, you might have been able to hide it from the inspectors. But at this point, someone's going like, "Hey, pay attention to the inspection. What are you all talking about?"
What are we specifically inspecting for? That make sure nobody's smuggling anything, or
No, it's a ship safety inspection. He's going through the safety inspections of this ship. This is a thing that Clang noticed off on the other side of the whatchamacallit when she was looking around. So they've just asked you what you're talking about.
I was
I raised my
just
hand.
Mhm.
Oh, I was gonna say I raised my hand and I'm like, our friend saw something sussy.
I just
Saw
wondered
something
if you
weird.
guys typically trade things, items, specifically small bottles or things that, I don't know, is that typical in Spelljammer Academy? Like, you guys take items from other people and take them to other places?
They kind of look at each other and look at you and he goes, "Cadet, we're ship inspectors. What are you talking about? What are you on? What do you mean your friend saw something? What's going on?"
I just
Out
noticed
with
a
it.
lot of things. Like, that guy was giving that guy money for a bottle over there.
And are you pointing out the
Yeah.
officer?
That guy over there.
So they look
And
over.
Anna kind of steps between where she's pointing and the officer and goes, "Oh, just sometimes we see things. It's nothing to be concerned about." And she kind of puts her trident down, makes a little clang. We're all good.
We'll do drugs.
I was gonna say, so It sounds like half of you are trying to rat these people out, and half of you are trying to not. I mean, Klang's the only one who saw it. So Klang,
I'm not saying it because I didn't see it.
Yeah, it's Enna's claiming to see shit. She didn't see shit. So at this point, I'm gonna put it to Klang because I don't understand what the group is wanting to do at this point. Klang, what's your call? What are you doing here? You've been asked what the conversation is. You've been asked what's going on.
I'm just gonna say, well, I'm just very perceptive, so it's probably nothing. I was just pointing it out to my friends. Sorry to interrupt. Just say that.
Pointing what out to your friends?
That I saw those guys take the bottle from the other guy and then he paid him for it.
And okay, so you point out the other guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the gnomes look over, and Kip goes, "Stay here, Kip. Look after them." And Kip walks over, and you see Kip walking over to the thing, and there's this enormous fucking hobgoblin, and there's this tiny ass gnome who looks like identical to the one who's sitting here, and the one who's sitting there goes, "That was actually Pick, not Kip. I'm Kip, not Pick." And you see the gnome and the hobgoblin arguing and yelling at each other, and you can't quite and as they're arguing, the merchant is just like, and the merchant is like, and he goes, "What? It was not anything untoward. It was just a delivery, I'm here as a delivery. It's a payment for services rendered. It is nothing too shady, not so good. You know what I'm saying?" And the characters continue to argue, and the two of the GIF officers come up behind the hobgoblin and grab the hobgoblin and carry the hobgoblin away in manacles. And the merchant just kind of slinks back into the shadows. While you were watching the hobgoblin be dragged away, you didn't quite see where the merchant went. And Pick comes back, and basically Pick comes back with this bottle, and he basically says, and he looks at it and goes, Yggdrasil garden rum, very rare, worth quite a bit. And he goes, thank you for reporting this, cadets. And
of course.
he takes the cork out of the bottle, and says, a sniff of this rum is the officer's off-the-book reward for sailors who return alive from missions to Wildspace. And he takes a sniff, and you just see his eyes go wide, like it's fucking heroin. And he goes, "Oh, that's the good stuff," and puts the cork on there. And he goes, "You did very well, cadets." And he looks over at the hobgoblin and goes, "But you may have made an enemy today." And he goes,
So, what's a sip like if a sniff is like that?
he goes, "I wouldn't know. It's too expensive to drink. So let's continue on with our inspection." And they continue on with the inspection, and eventually the inspection training is done, and they take your orientation tasks and they sign off on the ship inspection tasks, and your requirement here in the Skydock is done.
Before we leave, I have a question for as a reward for being such good cadets, could we get a tiny sniff? Tiny sniff? Aw.
Oh.
The tiniest.
Can we see where he takes the bottle?
Oh, he's carrying it.
Just with him?
He's carrying it along with him.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Now, you finish the thing, they sign off on your paperwork, and they're just kind of standing there waiting for you to leave.
Where should we go now?
I vote the gymnasium.
Gymnasium
Which is
of
at the
Salt
bottom.
Course?
I
Yeah.
need to get that
Yeah.
bottle.
We'll make note of it. If I see another one, you'll be the first to find out.
I don't know if we want to make more trouble.
Oh, don't worry. He probably only doesn't like me. I can handle myself. I may be tiny, but I am
Fine.
strong.
Maybe we'll see him at the assault course.
Yes, that sounds fun. 1v1, let's go.
1v1 me, bro.
Are you challenging someone to a duel? Is that what's happening?
I see the hobgoblin and he starts something. Yeah.
No, the hobgoblin's been taken away. The hobgoblin's been
Oh.
gone for a while. You finished the rest of your inspection.
Okay.
You're standing there in front of Kip and Pick as they're waiting for you to leave so they can go on with the rest of their duties.
Okay, well, have a good one.
What's gonna happen to the rum?
Kip and Pick kind of look at each other and goes, "What rum, cadet?" And they turn and they walk off.
That's what's gonna happen to it.
Good job. Oh,
Don't worry, Chef. He said that
this place works.
it's okay. It's an off the book reward for when we complete missions. So that's something to look forward to.
Yeah, maybe we'll get one.
Yeah.
I want that one.
The gymnasium.
All right, so where are we going next?
Do you want to try to take the
Sounds
bottle? I mean, you're talking a lot of talk, but are you going to try to do anything?
So they're walking away. There's gift guards in there, right?
Oh, yeah, all over the place with disintegration ones.
Come on, man.
Are any of you dexterous?
Stay.
Any of you been thieving?
I'm not very dexy, just perceptive.
Not me.
You're getting farther and farther away.
Do you want to tell the guards about it, maybe? Maybe they'll do something. And then as they're
Yeah, let's
taking
tattle
care
on
of
our
them.
instructors.
Chef goes, wait! Stop right there!
Awesome. Awesome.
Roll me a. Are you persuading or intimidating?
I'm calling out and I'm asking. So I guess I'm persuading.
Persuading.
I'm trying to get their
Yep.
attention.
Roll me a persuasion check.
$19?
Against a wisdom check. All right, that's a 19 versus a 2. Kip and Pick stop and look back at you. Like, yes, cadet?
Where are your quarters so that later I can bring you a nice dessert that I'm going to make as a thank you for helping us through this training?
Kip's eyes light up, and you swear he like grew like a fucking inch, like as his back strains. It's like, and Pick is like, "No, Kip, no, not another cadet. You've been warned."
What? Hold up. What?
And then Pick, he goes, "That's inappropriate, cadet."
No, a real dessert made of pastry. I'm gonna make it in the kitchens.
And Kip just looks at Pick, and Pick's like, he goes, "Gotta be a euphemism." He's just shaking, and this is really inappropriate right now. And Kip grabs his brother and turns around and goes, "No, we'll have to see the doctor again," and starts walking off again.
Why did you touch the bird that way?
They roll me an intimidation check. $11 versus 11. All right, we'll go high, low. Go high, low. High, yes. Low, no. So yeah. So I don't know why it's rolling as Clang, but because I have your character highlighted. So they managed to successfully resist the taunt, and just their speed picks up twice as fast, and they run off, and they are gone.
All right. We got nothing else.
It's a valiant attempt at trying to seduce an instructor.
Trying to seduce an
I
instructor.
pat Chef on the
That's
shoulder and say,
that's how Pick took it. That's how Pick took it. Pick's got a history. You don't know where these people have been.
All right.
I pat Chef on the shoulder and say, slow down, man. It's just day one.
It's steak sauce.
All right. Next item, assault course.
Dude.
Fighting's not my thing, but it. Let's go. Let's get it over with.
Speaking of
Right.
assault, let's go to the course.
Yeah, now that
Um,
we've just attempted assault. Um,
So as you head down to the gymnasium, as you're about to head into the gymnasium, you a manacled mind flare. A mind flare is a huge 7-foot tall creature of like Cthulhu with tentacles, and is passed. You pass by a manacled mind flare on a gurney being pushed by fleet officers. The mind flare is wearing an iron mask like Hannibal Lecter, and with bands restraining its facial tentacles so they can't move. And you don't know what the fuck's going on with that, but that heads in the opposite direction as you go to the gymnasium. The gymnasium starts with a G. So as you enter the gymnasium, it's got a red security level. You instantly notice that the gymnasium features a magically powered arena that can be reconfigured for a variety of training exercises. It's not quite the simulation course, but imagine like an American Gladiators style thing where everything is automated and the different events can pop up from the ground and retract from the
Ninja
ground.
Warrior.
American Gladiator is better than Ninja Warrior.
Fight.
And at the moment, it's set up for what's labeled as a standard cadet training course. As you approach, there's a officer who's working the course, and she goes, and she's like, each cadet must complete the obstacle course obstacle course in order to proceed and complete their orientation. Who's first?
I take one step back.
Oh, I'll go.
Who's
Let's
all?
go.
Let's do this alphabetically.
All right. So Clang.
Yeah.
The first task is to make a straight dash while being targeted by loud illusory explosions. Make me a Constitution saving throw. All right, we'll do everybody here at once. So everybody make me a Constitution saving throw as you all go through this first. All right. Clang passes. Anna passes with a natural 20.
Oh,
Pocket barely passes. Jesus. Nago was wise to step back. And Chef passes. So you all pass. Nago, you get a little roughed by one of the illusionary explosions. On the next step, you must leap across levitating platforms over pools of electrified water. Everybody roll me a athletics or acrobatics check, whichever one you prefer. Chef crushes.
Oh no.
Nago succeeds. Pocket succeeds. Clang absolutely crushes it. Didn't know a little robot could be that athletic.
Go
Enna,
gadget Clang.
I
Enna
did a natural one.
critically fails. Smacks her face on one of the platforms and falls into the electrified water. She gets up and tries it again, fails. Tries it a third time, fails, and eventually, two of you just kind of put her,
And it's
put
me.
your arms around her and jump with her, carrying her across the levitating platforms.
This
Uh,
isn't Ninja Warrior. This is that show that was on G4 where like the guys did the American commentary over the Japanese game show. I forget what it's called, but it's that. This is what this is all of a sudden.
Extreme elimination challenge.
Yeah.
So the third challenge is to swing from ropes through a spinning wheel of maces. And everybody must roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh.
Let's
Ew.
see. Clang barely succeeds. Anna, she's learned her lesson the hard way from the leap. Nago, Pocket, and Crush all fail, getting spinning maces in their face, just and falling down and getting tangled in the ropes. Eventually, they manage to climb their way up. Finally, you must at the top of this next platform, there is a slippery pole with a ring, with a gong at the very top of it. You have to climb the pole and ring the gong. So everybody, roll me an athletics check. And no, you can't Captain America it and lower it down. I actually checked ahead of time.
I'm not a pole dancer.
So Chef and Clang succeed magnificently. Pocket, Enna, and Nago. Fuck, that's really bad. Really bad on your roll.
Can I fly? Can I just fly? I don't climb, I can fly.
Nago, at this point you have fallen unconscious, reduced to 0 hit points for the sheer number of failures that you encountered. Enna, the same. Pocket, you had 1. Is that your only failure?
No,
only
I had the one where I got bonked.
By the maces.
Yeah.
And that was the one before. Okay, so you're not unconscious. You're not unconscious. But you're pretty bad. All right. For completing the event successfully, Clang, you can get Clang and Crush. You can get inspiration. Everybody else, you can receive desperation. As you lie there, the instructor, the course instructor, wakes Nago and Anna up and puts a road mark next to their obstacle course markings on the orientation tasks. Everybody else gets a pass, and just kind of goes about to handle another set of cadets. At this point, you see the rabbit in the incredibly stylish fedora come up and dash through the illusionary explosions, bouncing from one explosion to the left like Neo in the Matrix, practically levitating over the platforms themselves, over the electric water, swinging from the rope and swinging across the ropes and leaping from the final rope up to the top of the pole to ring the bell, and sliding down, and just kind of looks at you and tips the fedora and goes, "My birdie," and runs off to the next thing.
My birdie.
My birdie.
Cool. That guy's cool.
That guy's annoying.
Your task at the gymnasium is complete.
Also, 3 out of 5. Perfect score again. Good job, guys.
Well, they didn't say I had to pass it.
Can we do it again to try and pass it though?
Nope, you're done.
Like- Okay.
That's fine. That just means they won't ask me to do this shit.
You mean survive? They won't ask you to survive.
No, this is assault course garbage. You guys can go. I'll stay on the helm.
Well, now this is where we split up. Where
Mhm.
core cadets go get service weaponry, and then the rest of us. So Clang, I guess, skips off on her own, and then the rest of us go to the Spelljammer Nexus.
Okay,
Yeah.
who first?
Have Clang go first.
Okay.
So, Clang, you head on over to where are you supposed to go?
To the weapons mastery. A service weapon from Mr. Blip and stores.
All right. So you're going to go to the Academy stores. As you go down to the Academy stores, you notice a strange glowing fish swim through the air and phase through the walls as they go. Nobody seems particularly bothered by them.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Okay. So you get to the Academy stores. It's a red security area. The Academy storerooms contain a bunch of basic equipment, rations, an extensive armory, and you encounter Master Blip. Master Blip is an autognome. With a fancy fedora. Do I have an image of Mr. Blip? Please tell me I made a blip. I did.
Got a fedora?
Look, not a fedora, a bowler.
Okay.
A bowler hat.
Oh,
Bowler hat. I'm not a man of cultured hats. And he goes,
Oh, welcome, cadet. Another fine auto gnome for the cause. I suppose you're here to collect your service weaponry.
yeah, that's why I'm here. Also, a very nice bowler, sir.
Thank you. It's physically part of my head.
I understand.
So basically you're gonna you give him the voucher, and he gives you your great axe. No, which you haven't physically had. It was part of the simulation before. So now you have acquired your great axe.
Ooh, very nice.
And it's all shiny, and it's you'll notice that it is not a traditional great axe, just carved from a piece of metal. It's actually got plates and rivets, and it's autognome features. It is a mechanical axe that can retract into its handle, and then with a twist of the handle, the axe flails out from it. So walking around, it would look like a staff. It would look like a stick of any kind until you choose to twist and ignite it, for lack of a better word. Nobody would have any idea it was an axe.
I sit there and twist it a couple times, and it like pops out. And I'm like,
Whoa, whoa, that's very nice. Thank you. Come in handy being so big.
Yes, not a problem. Not a problem, Mistress Clang. Yes, us autognomes all gotta stick together.
That's right. Enjoy your day.
And he tips his hat, which unfortunately tips his entire head because it's attached.
he just goes like this.
And off you go. So the rest of you go to the Spelljammer Nexus. Is that correct? Is that what's on your thing?
Yes.
Mhm. Yeah, for basic training.
Oh, that's what it says.
All right. You hear a magical voice.
Ectoplasmic breach on Spelljammer Nexus level. All personnel, be prepared for supernatural anomalies. Again, ectoplasmic breach on Spelljammer Nexus level. All personnel, be prepared for supernatural anomalies.
As you're walking
normal around here.
towards the Spelljammer Nexus. As you get to the Spelljammer Nexus, again, it's got red security around. This is the exclusive training area for Spelljammer cadets. As you look around, you can see a laboratory, a library of navigational and astronautical references, a chart room, and the Nexus itself, which is a huge chamber containing 8 Spelljammer helms. These are basically fancy gamer chairs, for lack of a better term. Imagine the D&D version of a gamer chair. Ornate, high-backed, mounted on the mechanical gimbals, and the Spelljammer Nexus is about 8 of them encircling a 30-foot high orrery above, depicting a realm space. Realm space is like we'll go into the difference between realm space and wild space in the next session. In the center there, you see a devastatingly handsome gentleman. Let me see here. Oh, here we go. So when I talked about the more ornate Spelljammer uniforms that you guys have, this person is wearing them. So this is the kind of outfit that you're all wearing at this point. Far more ornate than the core uniform that Clang is wearing. And yeah, this is the so yeah, so this person introduces themselves. This is Serth. I don't Serth Abazine. Zareth Abazine. God damn it! I should have made up my own names. A very extravagant and boisterous and flamboyant human Spelljammer, who is going to teach you how to operate the training helms and guide you through the movement of little miniature test ships in the orrery above. So he basically invites each one of you to take a seat in one of the spelljamming helms. And so you all take a seat there, and he as you sit in the helm, you feel you jack in basically. You feel connections from the helm that are not physical. You feel like imagine magic tendrils that connect into your brain and your spine. Again, not physically. There's no visual representation here. Anybody else looking at you would just see you sitting in the chair, but you feel unabashedly connected to the chair. As you, it forces you to look up, and in the orrery above you, you see space all around you, and simulated Spelljammer ships moving through that space, and basically Serth is going to guide you through making a number of commands, and he's going to ask questions as he's going to say do this and help you to make each command, and he will ask a question every once in a while to Chef. He says, tell me where you wish to be 1 year hence. What shall the cosmos make of you?
Since he's connected to this machine, does it physically show it, or does he just describe?
What do you mean?
Like, is this like a mental representation that this guy's able to see it, or is he just say, well, in 1 year, I'd like to be doing this?
You're in the chair. The guy's just standing next to you. He just asked you. He's standing in between your own chairs. He's asked you a question.
All right. And the chef just says, in the kitchen.
Baron trying to find out if he's about to expose his fantasies to us or not.
Okay. In the kitchen. You mean a galley on a great spelljamming ship?
Sure.
He just kind of mutters to himself about the importance of having goals. Looks over at Nago and says, "Something inside your mind holds you back. What is it? Speak, or it may just poison your ability to fly."
Oh, well, that's easy. No secrets here. I've been studying history on Toriel for years and years, and when I found out that there were other worlds out there, I realized what a small pond I've been spending my time in. I want to go out. I want to see these things.
Good answer. You will make a spelljammer of you yet.
You
Looks at Enna, and he says, "Tell me honestly, who among your friends and fellow cadets do you most respect?"
Right?
She looks around at her team around her, and she goes, I think I most respect Pocket, for she defended herself without violence against who was that? Vinna? She seemed very, very arrogant, and I gained respect for that.
Definitely more than one way to end a confrontation. Good to know.
And brings him over to Pocket. And he says,
Where did you come from, young Pocket? I sense a great destiny inside you, yearning for release.
Where did I come from? I came from I lived with a mistress and had to take care of her. So she's from a normal land, but I wanted to explore. I wanted to see more. So I escaped the cage.
So your release was literal and
Yeah.
not metaphorical as I expected. I sense
Also-
great. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, side note, I realized Lorena was like, I respect Pocket. Pocket also wrote Venna's name with an angry face next to it to remember out of spite. So just something to make note of.
Well, it's strategic spite, which is
Yeah.
respectful as well.
with that, your training is at an end. Everybody except Chef can take an inspiration if you don't have one already.
I sense bullying.
What's left to do?
Like Anna wants to try and manipulate it, like if there's controls in front of her, she wants to see what they do. Like if she can.
You've been doing this whole time. You've been going through training and operating them, and
Oh, okay.
you at the end of this, you now know how to operate the thing. You've been working and controlling the ships and everything this whole time.
So how does the interaction work? Like you think to the ship to go forward, and it goes forward, and
We'll go into that next session.
Okay.
Your
Okay.
character for the purposes of your character is learned here.
all right.
But the purpose of going through and telling you that's the second session, where you're actually on a ship and you can actually do things.
I vote we go grab Clang. Also, we haven't seen any of these fun, weird things that were supposed to happen. The warnings that we've been hearing.
Yeah,
You wanna
let's see.
check that out?
Yeah, I want to ask what's his name? Sirth Abazine. I want to ask him like she turns to him and goes, "We heard something about an ectoplasmic breach coming up on this level. Are we safe? And what is an ectoplasmic breach?"
He just looks. Sorry. He looks at you and puts his hand, moves his hand up to your chin in a slightly less than appropriate manner, and says, "Something you need not worry yourself with, little cadet. Yes. The academy instructors here were able to resolve the issue before you walked in. Nothing to worry about. There's no danger to your lives here in the academy." And he looks up He looks up, the orrery has disappeared, and the sun is almost going. He goes, but you better finish your orientation task quickly. It is almost sundown. You're almost out of time.
Where do we go to turn this in?
You go back to Tarto.
That was the simulation lady?
Yes.
Oh, we did not see where she went.
I turn back to Sirth and I go, "Do you know where Tarto would be?"
And Tarto, he just says, "Oh, he goes, if you're looking for Boatswain Tarto, you'll find her on the simulation deck."
Well, I guess we should hurry up and go there before the sun goes down.
Should we go grab Clang?
Yeah,
And
I'd be
then go
wandering
there?
back to like find them and kind of bump into you and be like,
My gosh, I saw these cool little fishies. Anyway, we should go turn that in. But they were like flying through the wall and they were super glowy.
Okay. So we'll say that you gather together, and you head back into the simulation deck. We'll say that happens without resort because we're pushing time here at this point. As you walk back into the simulation deck, you find Tardo back in the simulation deck had 3 simulation pods. You find Tardo looking around one of the simulation pods, and she's got a rather large crate in front of her, and as you walk up, she looks back and she's like, goes, "Ah, yes, cadets, welcome back to Boatswain Tarto. You are done with your orientations, yes?"
Yep,
yes?
last part was best part.
Yes, we have our sheets right here. See?
Okay, let me see. And she reaches out to collect your papers. She goes, yes, okay, you did good here. Some trouble with the orientation, or with the gymnasium. Yes, it's a very difficult, obstacle course. Don Tarto had trouble with the obstacle course himself when he first took it. Let me look. Okay, this all seems in order. There is one final task that you must be completing for your orientation. Here, and he reaches behind this giant thing that's in the center. It's the source of all the simulations. And he pulls out gold helmets. He goes, "You will need one of these. It's a gold security helmet. It will get you into the highest security areas of the Spelljammer Academy," and gives you each a gold helmet. And he goes, "You will not be needing these ugly blue security helmets no more." And he just touches the helmet on top of the chef, and it goes boom, and shoots off under the pressure, and just hangs the gold helmet on one of the hooks again. Doesn't try to force it on. And he goes, "Okay, now your mission is very simple. This crate has to be delivered to the old wolf himself, the Mert. You are to take it to Mert's quarters up on the bridge, and deliver the crate directly to Mert. You are not to damage or tamper or open or do any mischief with the crate in any way. You must obey Mert's orders to the letter. Just take the crate straight to Mert, in his quarters on the bridge."
We go fuck with this box, aren't we?
Crush is looking at the gold helmet going, "You said this was highest security level?"
Yes, it's the highest security level. It's the gold helmet. It's very. It gets you into almost anywhere in the academy.
Are we ready for this?
You're just supposed to go straight to Mert. Do not go lollygagging around. Do not go into the other restricted areas. Just take the crate very straight to Mert. It's very important. It's a very important package for a very important person. It's a VIP, a VIP. It's 2 VIPs.
Crush
It's
raises
very
his hand.
important.
Yeah, no kidding. I know who Mert is. What? All right.
Also, what happened to the Simeon lady? She was the one we were supposed to talk to. Who's this guy?
Are you saying this out loud?
Yeah, I'll say it out loud. Ignoring
what-
Chef's raised hand.
It's what you mean. I am the Simeon lady. Is the boss Tato.
I have a
And
question.
In front of you is Boatswain Tarto speaking to you.
Is there a roll I can make? Can I
What do
do
you want to
insight?
do?
Can I do an insight check?
You can do anything you want. You just have to tell me what you want to do, and then I'll tell you how to do it.
I would like to do an insight to be like, is this guy telling the truth?
Can Morgan
I don't-
let's try this?
You mean this woman? Boatswain Tarto is a woman.
So yeah, sorry, I say
Don't
guy
mis-
as like
don't-
You,
don't-
you
don't-
had said you said
don't-
he a
Sorry,
few
sorry.
times earlier, so
you did.
Mm-hmm. I did. But I'm telling you, Boatswain Tarto is a woman.
all right.
So you rolled an insight check with a 19.
Yeah.
You you know something is amiss. You know you are not hearing the entire truth. You know that there's something something that isn't what it's supposed to be here. But you don't have enough interactions with Tardo. You've never met a Hadanese before. So you don't have enough context to know specifically what it is yet. If you had rolled a 20, I'd have given it to you. But at this point, you are being told by an officer that you have to deliver something to the headmaster of all of Spelljammer Academy. And while you know something is amiss, you don't know what.
Wait, didn't you say a different name when you were saying that someone had trouble passing the obstacle course?
Did I?
Yeah,
I
I mentioned that
thought you did.
some alumnus had a hard time passing the obstacle course at first too.
Yeah, you said a different name besides you weren't referring to yourself. What was that name?
It wasn't not Mert, not Tardo, somebody else. She said it like he was important at the academy or something, but
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, he said Don Tarto
Oh,
had trouble with had trouble with the obstacle course.
Don Tarto? When did Tarto start referring to themselves as Don Tarto?
Chef still has his hands up. He's had his hand up for like this entire time. He's like kind of like gripping his arm now, trying to keep it up.
I'm trying to figure out what I can do.
Have question.
It's not time for questions. You must take the crate to Mert very quickly. He is waiting. Do not keep the old wolf waiting.
I have a question.
I do not care.
Well, that's rude.
You have your orders. Go and take the crate to the Mert.
Why don't you escort us? If it's so important.
Boatswain Tarto has many important things to do, and this is your mission. This is your orders as a cadet. He goes, "Do not make me discipline you." And he pulls out one of the disintegration
Oh,
rods.
Oh,
escalation.
Yeah.
okay.
Let's go. But I quietly aside to everybody else like, no, this is jacked. I agree with you. Let's go, but let's figure this out.
Yeah, something's amiss. Let's go.
Okay.
All right.
So,
You're talking,
How
but you gotta tell me what
heavy-
you want to do.
How
Alright.
heavy is this crate? Like, is it like one person able to carry it, or
You have
Do
to
a few of
lift
us?
Chef will try to lift the crate.
So Inna goes over and tries to lift the crate, see if she can carry it.
It would take 2 of you to carry the crate. I suppose Chef could do it on his own if he tried, but slowly. But it's big. It's about a 5-foot crate.
Okay.
It's a massive crate.
Well, Chef, do you want to grab the other end and we can help carry it?
Chef picks up the entire thing and just kind of holds it.
Yeah. Are we really going straight to Mert, or do you want to stop somewhere first?
Does anybody
this
have
crate-
the ability to see if there's any kind of special magic coming out of this?
I can detect magic, but it's that something that we can actually is worth doing in a Spelljammer setting. Like I don't.
Yeah, everything glows, right? I mean, well, you can do it. I think I can do it also as a ritual, so it's not like it costs us any spell slots. I don't
That's
know
true.
what we can learn from detect magics, though. It doesn't hurt us to try.
Yeah.
So
I'm down to detect magic, and
Yeah, all right.
unless you want
I'm
to,
just-
Toast.
let's
Go for it.
just find a place slightly out of the way, because this is going to take 10 minutes as a ritual. But I think we should do that.
Yeah, agreed. I'm sus.
All right.
All right.
So we walk down the
Detect magic.
hall away from Don Tarto.
Yeah. Absolutely.
We just go out the doorway, sit there with the crate, and then start like doing a ritual. over it.
As you walk out, as you're walking away, and goes, remember, do not dally. Do not dally. It's a very time-sensitive mission. You must deliver it to Mirth very quickly, as he is up late entertaining visiting dignitaries from the Rock of Brawl, and this cannot wait. It must get there immediately.
Yeah, sure, no problem. We're going.
Okay.
Bye.
Wait. What if can you do the ritual while he's holding it so that way we're walking and talking? Or do we have to be still to do the ritual?
I think I gotta be in one place, and well, I don't
Dang it.
know. Does
No.
rules for ritual spell casting suggest you can move while doing it? I'm guessing
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
then
can-
we'll
you can
just
move.
walk and talk while I detect magic on the thing.
Multitask.
So you're gonna head towards Mirth's quarters on the bridge.
While we're doing this.
Okay. That ritual takes what, 10 minutes?
Yeah. 10 minutes and around.
So I'm going to take it. You're going to walk pretty slowly. We'll say about halfway, halfway to the bridge, you complete your ritual, and the lock on it is magic, but the case itself is, and as far as you can tell, the contents within do not give off any magic.
Okay. Well, that wasn't that didn't
I
tell
would-
us much.
Does anybody have like dispel magic or anything like that? But anything that could undo the magic lock?
That's an advanced course.
The only thing I have, and I don't know if we want to do it, is I have taumaturgy. I'm probably not pronouncing that right.
Thermaturgy.
Yeah, that might be pretty explosive though, but I can instantaneously cause an unlocked door or window to fly open or slam shut. I don't know if that would apply to a chest necessarily, but
Is it unlocked?
I think
right?
that's my only.
Well, if it was unlocked, why would you need to use the spell? You just open it.
Is it
Is
kind
it
of like
unlocked?
It has a magic lock. You have not tried to open it. You have not looked to see if it was locked.
Maybe we should try to open it.
a very real meme in D&D is doing a lockpick and failing, only to succeed and find out that it was unlocked the whole time. We've had this happen.
You guys can do that.
Do we know that it's safe to touch the lock? Because this is glowing magically?
Well, it's only glowing magic because we put a spell on it that detected magic.
Oh,
That's the only reason it's
um,
glowing.
Look,
It's not glowing because it's radioactive or something. You did a spell to determine if it was if
What
it was
kind of
magic.
school of magic?
I don't know.
Okay.
That's
well,
me. I don't know.
I have an axe, so I can try to break it open, but I don't think that's gonna be very useful. So
Yeah, you guys
probably
haven't-
somebody else.
I
guys
I'm not
haven't
touching it.
tried to
I don't
open
touch things.
I will touch the lock to see if I can open it by just touching it.
Okay, so
So you're gonna try and open it.
you're gonna try to open. You're gonna try to open
Just
the
like open
crate.
it casually.
the
It's
crate that you were
glowing
told
and
not
it's
to open.
shiny now, and birds like shiny, so I need to do this.
Right. Chef
I'm
drops
gonna
the
cast
crate
my
then.
one free casting of Goodberry. I don't know. I might as well just have these ready. So, my version of Goodberry. I now have 10 of these.
Okay.
Squishy little pulsating chicken hearts.
And I want to cast Sanctuary over Pocket.
Yo, hold up. Did you just say you have a bunch of chicken hearts?
That's my version of Goodberry. This is totally not voodoo.
All right, is that gonna be that's your last spell slot? You're gonna burn your last spell slot? 'Cause you only had 2. You used 1 during the fight earlier.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay. So you've cast Sanctuary on Pocket. You are out of spell slots.
Mhm.
Who's doing what next?
I cast my version of Goodberry, so I have got 10 of them ready
What are good berries?
for later if I need to. They last for 24 hours. Each one of them heals 1 point of damage, so I'll basically use them like tiny little healing potions.
Okay.
So when I'm unconscious, he can shove them in my mouth.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just pop it in there, work the jaws, get the juice out.
No, stop. Stop. Don't talk about getting the juice out of your bellies while I'm unconscious, please. Stop.
All right. Yeah. Chef drops
leave
the
you out
box
if
onto the
you
ground
prefer.
because he was carrying it.
Okay. He drops the box, and the box weighs about 100 pounds. As the box drops, the corner of it shatters. Because you said drop and not gently set down on the ground. The corner of the box shatters, and you see, and you swear for a second you saw something black and don't want to give it away. Like a matte black appendage shoot out from the corner and then suck back in.
Did you see that? Oh my gosh.
It must be
Yeah,
full
I
of
saw
squid.
That. That's sus.
Do I still want to open this box? Could I do a would it be like nature, to maybe a nature check to see what if I could know what that was by just seeing it?
Sure.
Okay.
Well, it depends. Are you doing nature because you think it's? What do you think it is that you want to do a nature check?
I want to identify the creature.
Okay, so you think it's a creature?
Yeah. So would that be animal handling or would that be nature?
No, animal handling is trying to talk to it or control it.
Oh,
Okay.
well, I have a
if you-
feat as well. I have Friend of the Sea. Like, I want to, so I can communicate, like, well, simple ideas to any beast. With the swimming speed, it can understand your words, but you cannot. Okay, so never mind. Maybe that won't be the best.
Are there any gift guards around?
You're at this point. You're about halfway up to the bridge. We'll say you're in the middle of the crew quarters right now. So
We're in the crew
you're in the middle of the crew quarters. You got it because it goes through each area that you've been through. So you are in the middle of the dormitory, basically surrounded by cadets left and right.
So, but are there any gift guards?
Oh yeah, the ones that were at the opening, who you had to go past, just like
Uh,
before.
Crush says,
But hold
"Hang on."
somebody was wanting to. Well, hold
Okay.
on. You're stepping on her action.
Sorry.
Pocket wanted to do a nature check to see. She thinks this is a creature inside. So roll me a nature check.
Oh, I did, and I failed.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
5. I go
Yeah,
neat.
You're not. You're not sure it was a creature at all.
Anybody else want to try?
Yeah, I can try nature or arcana, but I think we, yeah, I'll try arcana and see if there's anything about that.
Nice.
You're pretty certain that there was nothing magical about what was inside that box.
Okay, so not magic, just
Which is what the detect magic also told you before.
Could he do the nature
Well,
check now?
No, at this point you've already done 2 checks for the thing.
Damn.
That's the house rule. I can't let everybody just do the same check over and over again. So we have a house rule: 2 checks.
all right.
Yeah, so we don't know that it's an animal.
Okay, hold on. 1, this box is very sus. 2, we're in the dormitory. We're about to open something that we were told to take straight to Mert in front of everybody. That sounds stupid also. And 3, if we open it by ourselves with nobody else to observe, we'll be blamed for whatever happens because there are no other witnesses. So I think we should take it to Mert, but tell him we've got concerns.
I
'Cause
think
the whole thing smells.
I agree, but
Mhm.
I don't want to touch this box now because it's cracked open. So I vote we get the elephant guards over here and tell them what's going on. The Gith or whatever.
But do we want to make more trouble? And, you know,
What did Chef want to
Well,
do?
what do you think the guards are going to do?
yeah.
Chef says, "I'll be right back," and he walks over to one of the guards, and he just sort of stands right in front of one of the guards until he gets its attention.
The guard notices you and then immediately stands at attention and looks straight forward, won't even look you in the eye.
Good. Chef says, "Which one of these bunks belongs to Pick?"
Beg your pardon, Pick?
"He works the docks. You guard this place, don't you? I'm asking where he is."
This is the cadet quarters, and if you mean Inspector Pick, he's an inspector, not a cadet, and would not be housed here in the cadet quarters.
I'm aware.
Which
I'm
I'm
asking
guard.
where his is.
Not here. I'm a guard for the cadet quarters.
You don't come smart, do you? I'm
I
asking.
don't come poking my face into places I don't need to know.
Good
I'm a
answer.
guard of the cadet quarters.
And you're doing your job great. That was a little test to see how you were doing. I need to borrow your disintegration stick.
You may have a gold hat, which may give you a security access to any place in the academy, but not access to the armor and equipment of our guards.
No.
I think my disintegration stick will be staying with me.
Let me rephrase. I need you to poke something with your disintegration stick.
Roll me a persuasion check.
How can this possibly go wrong? It can't. Not at all. No, not at all.
He's gonna look over at his other guard and just kind of nod to you. He's gonna be like, "All right, show me what."
See that box over there? Need you to just poke it.
and he's gonna walk over to the box. For those watching, he rolled a 17 on the persuasion check, and the guard rolled a 13 on his resistance. So the guard's gonna walk over to the box and just look at it, and on top of the box, it says, "To Mert with love." And he's gonna look down at it and kind of look over at you and be like, this says this is for Mert.
Yeah, well, he's not going to be able to open it if the lock's on there. They didn't take off the security.
Well, no. If it's a package for Mert, Mert would be the one who would be able to disable the lock. What's going on here?
Poke it. Come on.
Okay. Persuasion or intimidation? What are you trying to do?
Persuade.
All right, roll me another check. An 8. You rolled an 8 persuasion check. He rolled a natural 1.
Oh, this is all manner of terrible.
Do it. Come on.
They don't
do
make them smart, do they?
The guard thinks about it and goes,
Well, it's got a gold hat.
and he turns a little knob on the disintegration stick, and you see it rippling with energy, and he touches the box, and the box unravels. Like it's like the wood becomes ribbon and just peels apart from itself. I swear, if wood could scream, you heard wood scream as the box just unravels, and the planks of wood become ribbon, become nothing, they shrink into nothingness. And from the inside of the box, hold on, let me load this. Do I even have a thing for this? I didn't make a picture of this. Okay. And from inside the box, now released, 18 Neogi hatchlings emerge from where the crate used to be. Tiny, giant, basically spiders that explode out from their encasement and begin running throughout the crew quarters. You see one run and leap and attach itself to Vina's face and begin to squeeze Vina's head as Vina struggles, unable to breathe, beginning to die. The rest of the spiders begin leaping in different directions. One jumps on the guard, and the guard, being a gith so large, enters its mouth entirely and begins to and the guard begins to choke on the hatchling. As the guard falls down, and the guard, with his disintegration stick still ignited, falls on the stick, and the guard unravels and disintegrates, screaming, "I was for Mert!" as the guard disintegrates into nothing, taking the disintegration stick along with him.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I grabbed the stick.
The cadets are screaming as these spiders spill out, running one after the other. Vina has stopped moving. Vina is dead. You're pretty certain Vina is dead. The cadets fight back as hard as they can, but they're cadets. Many of them on their first day of the academy. It's you struggle. Chef, roll me an strength check. Roll me a strength check.
Oh, no.
This needs different music. Hold on. A chef, With
16.
With a 16 strength, you manage to catch one of the spiders before it wraps itself around your face and tear it in two pieces. You survive your encounter with the Nyogi hatchling. Nago, roll me a dexterity saving throw.
This might be where my worst saving throw. I use my inspiration for this, by the way. I
Okay.
think that would be a good idea. Let me roll that again.
Add a D4.
Huh?
Add a D4 to the
Okay, add a
inspiration.
D4.
All right, with a 15, you manage to dodge the Nyogi hatchling and hit it with a and hit it with a ray of frost as it passes you, as it freezes entirely and hits the ground, exploding into pieces. Pocket, roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Let's see. Yes.
Pocket, as one leaps for your face, you open your beak wide and just chomp that motherfucker.
I love it.
You don't have teeth. You can't masticate it. You can't chew it. You swallow it, and you can feel it bouncing around in your stomach. You just kind of you bring your arms in and your wings out wide as you clench your stomach muscles and just crush it within your stomach. You're like, delicious. Anna, fucking hey, what the fuck am I doing? Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Oh no.
I'll use my inspiration on this too.
All right, go ahead and add a D4.
Okay.
I like how it was on the 15 and it just tipped.
I know, right? There we go.
All right. So with an 11, you barely make the wisdom throw. You realize that you realize that there's no greater part of valor than getting the fuck out of here. You notice that there is you run into the laundry room and dive into the wash basin full of water where you were comfortable, where you were safe, and you submerge yourself under the water where the Nyogi hatchlings cannot get you. Clang, roll me a dexterity check, not a saving throw, a check. With a 16, you twist your axe and ignite it, extending the autonome axe and basically swirl it around, basically twirling it around you in the ancient autonome dance fighting form of El Capoeira, and slice 3 Nyogi hatchlings in short order. It's they can't hurt you. They can't do anything to you. There's no insides to choke. There's no lungs to asphyxiate. They got nothing on you. You were made to exterminate Nyogi hatchlings, if anybody had ever asked. And you kill 3. This goes on for another 10-15 minutes in various ways, various variations of such things, and finally, the last of the Nyogi hatchlings are dead, as well as 6 of your fellow classmates and 1 guard, who is just marked missing because no body has been found or will ever be found.
Crush grabs as many of the hatchling corpses as he can and just kind of cradles them.
With that, in walks Mert. Mert is... Let me see if I got a picture of Mert here. Mert.
Dude.
Okay, there's Mert. Mert, famous Mert, founder of the Spelljammer Academy, walks in and is distressed. He's drunk, and he's in that place where he's somehow equally drunk and hungover in equal parts. He was hungover at one point, but he started drinking again to try to deal with it, and he can't believe what he's seen. I did not prepare for this eventuality.
And you thought the ectoplasmic incursion was going to be the weirdest thing you saw.
What the shit?
So
Delivery.
I just plopped down on the bunk and think to myself, this is not how I imagined meeting Mert.
He walks in. He demands to know what happened. We're at time, so we have to speed this up. So he demands to know what happened. You all recount the tale of how you were instructed to deliver a package directly to Mert by a mildly suspicious boatswain Tardo, and you chose to ignore those instructions and open the crate here in the middle of the cadet dormitory. Because of that decision, 6 of your fellow classmates are dead, and 1 guard is missing. And after hearing this story, Mert is furious that anyone would dare try to have him killed.
See?
His day is ruined. And he swears the heads will roll once he finds out who's behind this outrage. And as he's distraught and beside himself, Master Blip appears. Master Blip is the autognome from the armory. It appears at the door, and it's difficult to tell, but he looks worried because it's an autognome feature. It doesn't quite have all the same expressions that humans do. His bronze mustache hangs just a little lower than usual, and his mechanical eyes have sunken in their sockets. And he says, "With regret, Master Mert, this attack was merely a diversion. While our forces were being drawn here, more burglaries were reported across the academy. Our thief has struck again." And with that, we'll end the adventure here.
Okay.
While I have 2 weeks to figure out how to follow up on you killing 6 of your
It's fine.
cadets.
It's fine. They were red. They were wearing red. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, the red shirts.
Yeah.
Fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Does this mean we're on academic probation?
It probably means you're on double secret probation. Yeah. Thus ends session 1 of Welcome to Wildspace.
Thanks, Jared.
They couldn't just deliver the
This was
package.
fun.
We're really
Couldn't just deliver the
perceptive.
package.
We like to open things.
That's right.
Apparently.
You can't give players a secret box and not expect us to open the box. We're gonna
I think
open
that's
the
10
box.
points from Gryffindor.
We did so well. We did so well.
Still, that was
Adina
that.
died.
I'm
You did so
really
well.
looking forward to the rest of Spelljammer Academy. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what can go wrong?
Nothing.
That's right.
I'm really glad I'm really glad I had this music queued up. This was perfect
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah, I love it.
So the next session is gonna be on the 3rd.
What's two Saturdays from today?
The 3rd.
See,
Yes. Yeah, it'll be the 3rd,
Right.
same time, 11 a.m. Pacific.
December already. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a bit longer than we said. Just remember to, if you want to do something, you have to tell me you want to do it. It's not enough to just idly talk about maybe we should do this or maybe we should do that or whatever. It's like, tell me what you want to do and we'll figure out how to make it happen.
Raising our hands.
And stop
Yeah.
goddamn raising your hands. You could have asked Ricardo anything you wanted. I wasn't gonna play the raise your hand game.
Solus has their hand raised in chat too.
No, we're not raising. We're not playing raise your hands.
Let's see some raise hands. Raise hands in chat.
Praise.
All right.
Pray.
That's then. I think we can wrap up. That's all I got.
All right. Well, thank you to our players for hanging out with us. Thank you to Verity, Larani, Toast, Liz. We should have a party of 6, hopefully next time. HB Braincase will be joining us. And as I said, we've got a few sessions of Spelljammer Academy, and then the full Spelljammer campaign, which is going to be a whole bunch of fun. So we'll see you in 2 weeks for that, and maybe for some other streams between that. Verity, would you please plug what you do?
I stream on Twitch, a variety of things, a lot of Star System, D&D, and other mystery games. And you can find me either on Twitch or YouTube. I put my VODs on YouTube. So,
Larani.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram at Lady Larani.
And Disco and Toast, do y'all have anything to plug?
No. I gotta figure out how to. I gotta figure out how to continue a 4-session academy thing where people have killed 6 of their fellow
Right? We
cadets.
have a 6th party member coming who is responsible for none of this, but is going to get blamed for all of it, I'm sure.
Yep.
We
New
we
party
weeded
leader.
out the lower classmates. That was all.
All right. Nope, that's all I got.
All right. Then we'll see everybody next time. Thanks, chat. We'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye.
bye.
Thanks for watching this.
Yeah.
This was a clusterfuck.